Welcome, my little couch potatoes, to the comfiest courtroom on the internet. I'm your host, Llama, and it's time for dramatic testimony, overruled objections, and absolutely unqualified opinions. So grab your snuggiest blanket, some delicious snacks, and get ready to watch court with your internet besties. This is Couch Court with Llama.
After dark.
After dark, I forgot
After
that.
dark.
That was a
I know.
thing for a little while.
It was. We might have to end up doing that and bringing it back. I don't know. Hello, everybody. I know it's not very often that you guys get to see us at night in our jammies. I'm in my jammies. Are you in your jammies? Well, usually all day I'm in my jammy pants
Yes.
anyway, but I am in a extra jammy mode. It's like a slumber party we're going to have tonight. So I'm very excited about that. I did bring wine because I'm a good host. It's for me, though.
Did you bring enough for the class?
I did not bring enough for the class. I picked up a bottle while I was out doing parenting stuff today. And I didn't think about it until I sat down and I was like writing out the stuff like we needed to cover today because a few things has happened. And I realized that I bought Josh Pinot Grigio. All right. I picked it because of the alcohol count.
Okay. That
Right?
wasn't a coincidence.
It was not a coincidence. It was not a
So you
coincidence.
did it on purpose.
No, it was a coincidence. This is why we don't
We're not
stream late at
drunk.
night. I've only just poured a glass. It's also because our brains are done by the end of everything. Well, friends, we are going to go over some more of the complaint. We have so much to catch up on before this damn TRO hearing with Reckless Ben. So you're going to see us a lot this week. We don't generally do night.
Damn.
Bam.
And I thought you said damn.
Well,
This
that
damn
too.
TRO hearing.
It is a damn TRO hearing. And Spirit Warrior says yes, but 4 hours is not enough time to hit a constantly moving, updating target. They should do a 12-hour stream and play everything. You know, Spirit, I can do 12 hours. Do I have time this week? No, I don't, but I can, and I will someday, I'm sure. No, it really is just so much to cover to get caught up. So we're going to have to do extra streams this week and all of that, which, you know what? It just means more time with our internet besties. And I can't complain about that. So you will see us all over the place. If you don't know our channel, go ahead, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss when we go live or drop an episode, especially since we don't know what our schedule is going to be since we've added this BAM stuff to our lineup.
Up as we go along.
We are just all willy-nilly. So hi, Lady in Great and 80s. I'm sorry if I didn't say hi to you. Said Chiff, hello and good evening. I got to not say good morning. Oh, look who it is. It's Amy H., one of our besties. Hi, Amy. So happy to see you here. We love you. Let's see. There's Lainey. Hi. Hope you're doing well. You're just starting dinner. Well, we're rock stars for
dinner
you.
And a show.
Dinner and a show, right? That's the jammy jam time. Yes. Oh, Boba Fett's here. Boba Fett's here.
Yes.
It is no drama llama. Actually, my name is not a drama llama. That is on my online handle name, so very close. And Buffy the Legal Slayer. I love that.
Usually I'm a chat slayer.
That's true.
Because I kill a chat every time I walk into it.
Every time. That was a very low point. We're doing our best, guys. We're doing our best. So yeah, if you haven't yet liked the stream, it'll let everybody know that we're live, that the party's happening here tonight, or some remnants of a party. Llama's drinking, so it's always going to be a good time, I'm sure. But so before we get, oh, damn Montana, hello. I was surprised to get a notification. Glad to have company as I work late. Well, look at that. You get Buffy and I. Well, you were around this morning, but still double dose today. So very lucky day for you guys. And I don't have a stream in the morning. I have a stream in the afternoon tomorrow. So I was like, I can do a nighttime one, I suppose.
We'll just hang out.
Well, we were late because we were just talking and we're like, oh, shit. We were supposed to be live like 5 minutes ago. But hi, April. Happy to see you here. So, before we get into the complaint, there is some news. Maybe we're getting a little ahead of ourselves, but because we're so far behind, I'm going to try when new shit comes out to inform you in real time. And we can always go over it again later when it comes up as we're covering things. But I saw that Sheldon, remember Sheldon? He was the friend of Ben's who in the video
Mhm.
holding the cell phone, and then the cop, like, he went to shut it off, and the cop got all aggressive. He's like, "Oh, give me your phone." Bleh. That was Sheldon. And we talked about them quite a few times, and they were starting a GoFundMe to raise money for a lawyer for him and some of the others to file a lawsuit against the American Police Department. Now, we have not gotten to all the body cams footage yet, but if you watched part two of the Reckless Ben, there were some questionable practices.
Oh yeah.
And I heard the unredacted body cams are even worse. So,
Mm.
yeah, we'll be watching those very soon, but we're trying to get caught up for the TRO that's next week. So those will
I
come.
haven't seen anything. I'm learning as I go.
Right.
Every time I try to tune into something, I'm like, I have no idea what's happening. I'm just gonna stay in this lane.
Right. We'll get there. We'll get there. Thank you all also who sent us emails with documents, let us know who we needed to add to our list of people to watch, even some people to talk to. Like the last relic, one of the previous franchise BAM owners in a different store. So thank you all for like taking us into your little BB community and being so sweet and helping us get situated because we are going to be here. Yes, Sheldon Norcross, or is it Norcross? Yes.
Yeah, Norcross.
So as I was saying though, they were crowdfunding to get a lawyer to go against the police, and guess what? They got one. They have gotten, hold on, let me pull up this guy's picture. This guy,
Ooh.
Solomon Radner Esquire. He is a civil rights attorney at Radner Law Group. Literally, the name of their place is Police Brutality Center. So they specialize in police brutality, including
Wow.
excessive force, wrongful death, police shooting, prison abuse, juvenile hall abuse, and more. And apparently, he is licensed in Michigan and New Jersey. Now, I don't think that he practices in Utah, but in case you don't know,
Well, that was my
lawyers,
question.
right? I don't know if it just says Michigan and New Jersey, but a lawyer can practice in a state that they don't have a bar license for if a different attorney or law firm signs on for them, basically, right? Like if they fuck up, it's on us, which usually they're pretty good about doing that. So they must know somebody in Utah that's going to be like, yeah. It was similar to, for example, Karen Reed, right? Yannetti was from there, but Alessi and Alan Jackson were not. And
Right.
so they became they got to practice because Yannetti stuck his neck and his entire career out for them. So it does happen. It is not like a weird thing. It happens all of the time. Even Jose Baez represented the doctor here a few years back. And the same thing, the law firm took him in and whatnot. So,
What's his Yelp review rating?
oh, that's a
I'm
good
just kidding.
question. I didn't really go into into that. I didn't have that much time.
I'm just being funny. How many? 1 star. No, I'm just kidding.
But he has extensive experience. Apparently, he is a very big deal. Oh, state bar admissions over here. Oh, so maybe he is in
Oh,
Utah. Somebody
wow.
is.
He's everywhere.
No, they're not in
Where
Utah.
I don't see.
Yeah, it would be down there. They're not in Utah yet.
That's okay. It sounds like he can just get one. He's everywhere else.
It's not that hard. Oh, no, I'm just kidding. So over his career, Mr. Radner secured numerous 6 and 7-figure verdicts and settlements, earning a reputation as a relentless and effective litigator who fights passionately for justice on behalf of his clients. His trial record and client advocacy have garnered him widespread recognition within the legal community. So he is a very big deal. And apparently, that is who Sheldon and his friends have hired to start a lawsuit against the American Fork Police Department. So they still need to raise money. All right. They had only raised, gosh, I don't know, maybe 40,000 something dollars the last time. Yesterday, I think was when we checked. It was like 45,000 or something. It's going to cost a lot more money than that. Okay, guys. So we still need to work on giving them money. Ben, everybody is going to need a whole lot of money to fight these things. But I am is he single? I know, right? Like, hello, Mr. Radner, Esquire. Um,
He's
so
on
I'm
mute now.
very, very happy to hear that they've lawyered up to do this. Um, Dan Montana says, hooray, depending on the judge, he'll have an easy day with American Fork Police Department. The judges aren't any better than the cops, right? We learned that about the whole fucking bail hearing thing that they did with Ben, where it was a freaking misdemeanor. They gave him, quite frankly, a reasonable bail. And then they were like, no, no. Or at first they were like, no. Anyway, he had to spend like a whole month in there. It was ridiculous. I need to watch all of that again. Hi,
Was it actually
Amos.
a month?
He ended up spending a month in jail, I thought, at one
I mean, I
point.
thought
No?
he said that, but I didn't know if it actually was or he was
Or
just
was it the
being
next
very
day?
hyperbolic as
No, now that you say
if
that, that does, I feel like somebody in chat corrected us the first day that we
yeah, I
covered it.
feel like
So,
he said he was going to, but then like they did something and he got out or whatever.
he
I felt
actually
like it was
only
like
spent the night.
hyperbolic or something.
There you go. I
Yeah.
mean, it's fine. But I can say what we did see in those videos. I have lots of questions for that police department.
I have lots of questions about a lot of things.
That's
And
true.
I feel like every time I log off the stream, like you know how you like download and process what you just read and stuff,
Hmm.
and then like somebody in our Discord will bring up another topic, and I'll be like,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
good point." And I'm like,
Or even hours after we're done, you'll think about something and be like, damn, I should have brought that up. I'll remember
"Yeah,
that
yeah,"
tomorrow. And then you don't. You're like, oh,
and then I
okay,
don't.
well, I should write things down.
I
So I'm really glad to hear that Sheldon and them got a lawyer. Unfortunately, Ben still does not have a lawyer for the civil TRO case, guys. And he's supposed to have court for it next Tuesday. Now, he has attorneys for his criminal cases, which, okay, good. You're going to need them. Even if they're misdemeanors, considering what you're up against, you are going to need those. But civil court, you don't want to fuck around with that, Ben. Okay. I know you're not listening to us, but if you are, our sweet summer child, okay, you cannot win in civil court. It is a whole different ball game. All right.
yeah, he needs one for that TRO. He
You
needs
need
one
one. You don't realize
very bad.
what is at stake for you. Maybe you do. I don't know. But this is very problematic for you. I know the criminal charges are also very serious and very important, but this is very important. Okay. Very. And, here's so many of us, right? You get to that point in life where you're just like, you realize that things don't work quite how you were told that they do, right? Oh, if I go to court and I'm innocent, I'll get justice just like that. It's easy peasy, right? No, no. There's rules you got to follow along, games, and if you don't know how to play them, you get fucked. All right? It's not as easy as one would think it should be. It's just not for lots of different reasons. I mean, it's flawed, yes, but it is our system. And you can't just go in there and being like, Your Honor, I've done nothing wrong. I'm innocent. Here's why. Well, did you file X, Y, Z, and whatever? Oh, you didn't? Then fuck you. Granted. Like, that's just how it works. I mean, covering the Laura Owens trial or cases, right? And they go to civil court. These guys thought I didn't fucking do anything. I could win. Who cares? She had them in court for years over lies. Okay. It's ridiculous. Don't do it. Get a freaking lawyer, Ben. My sweet summer child. And yes, that's true. It's really important and it matters to all YouTubers. Okay. I don't know why he hasn't gotten one yet. I'm not him,
I
but
think he just really thinks, from what I've read, and I'm just kind of a little bit all over the place, is that he really just thinks that the judge is just going to read that it's a very overly broad and he's just going to drop it. And he just seems to think that's the way it's going to work, but he
yeah,
doesn't
mm-mm,
realize
no,
that he's
no.
got to
Go.
have somebody in there to make that argument. Don't assume the judge is just going to do it if it's not
Yeah,
argued.
that's not all. You remember watching Clayton's first hearing for and how he thought he had it in the bag and he didn't.
No,
He didn't
no,
at all.
no,
And yeah, should he have? Yeah, but that's just not how it works.
no.
So, is he going to be able to
And it
get a
was
lawyer before
painful to
Tuesday?
watch.
It was so painful to watch. Oh, this isn't Game of Thrones. There's no trial by combat,
I
right?
mean, I think
Berkeley
that would
says
be entertaining.
just joined, who is attorney Rader representing. He will be representing his friend Sheldon, who is in the video, right? The guy that got the phone taken away from the cop, and the cop was being really douchey about it. And some of the others that were arrested during the SWAT raid. I don't remember what their names are. He said in the GoFundMe that he had. But they have hired him to start a lawsuit against the American Fork Police Department. So, as Seichi says, as the old adage says, an individual representing himself has an idiot for a client. It's true. Now, I mean, there are some circumstances where, like, you don't have a choice, right? Like, if you don't have money, you are going to end up representing yourself. But Ben, people have raised you money. I know I am not the only person on the internet. Literally anybody covering this, I am sure, has said, get a fucking lawyer. Okay. Because civil court is not for us. All right. It is for people with money, lots and lots of disposable money. Okay. And it's all a bunch of bullshit. I hate civil court. I do. But Ben, you are in this game now and you got to play by the rules, sweetie. So you're going to need, oh God, please don't just go representing yourself. I love watching pro se people. Yes, I do. Do I want to watch pro se reckless Ben? No, I don't. Okay. No, I don't. Oh gosh. Poor guy. Yeah, get an attorney, right? KW says, congratulations on your copyright strike. Thanks. We got one from Laura Owens for playing the outtakes videos. She struck it thinking that she has the rights to it, except she doesn't. So, wah, wah. So we'll be fighting them. If she has a problem with it, she can take us to federal court. I cover law as a hobby and I have lots of free time. So that's fine. Amos, trial by dragon. Let's go. Oh gosh, Ben, please, 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 please get a lawyer. Yes, Echoes, more Legos. There's still so much to cover, especially this complaint. Bubba says there are quite a bit of issues that link to Crystal, the previous Salem location's owner, that is leading BAM into saying RICO applies. Denton is not playing games. Oh, they are not playing games at all. Like I said, we are definitely going to be looking over and going over everything that we possibly can get our hands on. Um, but yeah, no, they're not playing around, Ben. Okay, yeah, at all, at all. And you are going against a corporation, so gonna need you to get a lawyer, babes. Okay. Preston says he's doing it from the perspective of an average person. It's a journalist view. Yeah, I know. So many of us fall into that trap until you go to court for the first time. And then you realize that you don't know shit about how the system works, unfortunately. We all fall for it, right? Court is stressful. It is specific, right? It has certain rules that have to be followed. If you don't follow the rules, it doesn't matter what evidence you have. It doesn't matter if you're innocent. It doesn't matter. Um, But I don't want him learning the hard way. I mean, I know he's 30, even though I thought he was like 20 years old, but I still see him as like a little baby. Dan Montana says, look at Hey Rob. That was a bullshit case and he shouldn't have lost, but he did. Exactly. Exactly. Hi, in disguise. Happy to see you here. Justice for Tattle. Where is Tattle? Yes, say cheese. Apparently, Lego is like moose. The plural is Lego. Yes.
Not going to happen.
Buffy says, no, I'm working on it, but it's probably not going to happen.
I can't disappoint you if I just tell you straight up. It's not going to happen.
Right. Right. Oh, did you make the minifigs that were in his post, Amos? Those were cute. You've got 27 hours into Legos and Mormons, and I'm just getting started. Sorry, I ate a sandwich before him. Oh boy, you got so much. I can't wait to hear it. Dan Montana says they want Ben quiet, but Bam continues to talk while they can without pushback. I mean, here's the thing, right? Is they are making everything worse for themselves. Bam is like hands down. There's no recovering image wise for them, even if they got bought out, tainted forever. That's just how it's going to be. But Ben, get a lawyer and you'll really serve your point, because if you don't, they are going to eat you alive. They will not redeem themselves, but they're not going to end up having to pay for any of their injustice, Ben. Okay. So if you want to do the right thing, get a lawyer. Get a lawyer, babes. Okay. Get a bunch of lawyers now. So I'm glad, again, I'm glad he got some for the criminal case. But honestly, that's kind of like the least of your concern right now, because you can push out that criminal court shit for a long time. This one, however, happens on Tuesday. Okay. The TRO. And that goes very quickly. So, April, don't make me use my teacher voice, Ben. We're all rooting for you. That is true, Bubba. The more they talk, the worse they make it look for themselves. That they do. I cannot wait to watch
That's
all of
kind of
those
like
interviews.
us. The more we talk, the more we make it worse for ourselves.
Maybe. So there was the news of Sheldon and them getting a lawyer. And then there was news. I was just watching the little clip of BJC live. Love her. When do we get to become best friends with her? Because I want to become best friends with her so much. She seems so cool, and I love her sparkly headphones and microphone. Anyway, I was watching her little clip where apparently Josh Johnson, remember that fuck? He was the owner of the Salem one. Well, he has now filed his own restraining order against Ben. This guy who literally called the cops and said, oh, I'm going to need you to get here because this guy won't leave and I'm afraid I'm going to shoot him. So now he's saying he's in fear for his life and needs a restraining order.
I mean, I feel like there was a lot of time that passed between when all that happened and now. Like, what was that? Like, that was a while ago.
Grow up, Josh. Grow up.
What's been happening between now, like then and now, that you feel like you need to go ahead and get that TRO?
Right. Well, because I think if he can get a personal TRO, it's going to help him and Bam get the other TRO. Well, I'm sorry, it's not a TRO that he's going for a protection order. But either way, if they can determine that somebody, if somebody needs to be protected, then
like
so does everybody else. And see, the thing about those is when you file, as we've learned in Laura, but also from personal experience of people I know that have went through it, when you ask for one, it's granted almost right away in all cases. And then it'll be heard about. Then you can have like an argument, which also comes very quickly, Ben. All right. You are on a ticking clock. But I was like, this motherfucker, are you serious? Are you serious, Josh? Get out of
What?
here. The
It
guy
sounds like
doesn't
he's
even
here.
live in Utah.
You don't even go here.
Like, ugh, it's dirty. I know that there is more reason to it than just Josh being scared. It's so that way, if he's granted one, so will everyone else. Look, a judge already determined that Ben is so scary. I get really pissed off.
Annoying, maybe. Scary, I don't think so.
No. Okay, so we know that Josh owns a gun, or at least he told the officers that he did. Do you think Ben owns one? My guess is no. I don't think
I feel
that
like
kid's
he's a
ever even.
paintball gun guy.
Maybe. I doubt he has one, you know? So it's just like, really? Really, Josh? Okay. All right. He is a little queasel. Weasel. I don't know if that was a typo, but let's stick with queasel. It's very specific to Josh. So from now
Like
on,
a
we're
queasel.
calling him queasel. Oh my God. You know, I didn't send it to you, but I was on Reddit over the weekend on the Reckless Spin subreddit. There was this meme. This is so mean, but it was so fucking funny. I love that this community also has an amazing sense of humor, just like the victims for Laura Owens. But anyway, it was a picture of Josh with the Koopa Trooper guy
Oh
from
my
Super
gosh.
Mario Brothers, the movie. You remember that face?
Mhm.
It's beside each other. It was so funny, Buffy.
Are they saying he looks like him?
Yeah, and
Oh,
he
okay.
does. He does.
Now I need to see it. You'll have to send
Okay,
it to me later.
I will. I will. I'll just send it to you. It's like, oh my God. It was like 3 in the
Is
morning.
it Bowser or King Koopa? Aren't they the
No, no,
same
no.
movie?
The little people that followed him around. Well, they were the big tall people. The Goombas, right?
Oh my gosh.
What is that what they were called in the movie? The Goombas? Remember they're in the elevator and they're all swaying and they have like the reptile crocodile face. Sorry, I haven't seen that movie in a really long time and I was
Me
probably like
either.
really high when I watched it. So, but anyway, it is uncanny. And I thought it was hilarious. Koopas, yes. Thank you. Again, it's nighttime. Our brains don't work so well. But anyway, so he
This
filed
is
a
gonna get
restraining
interesting,
order.
y'all.
It is. So the judge has not signed it, but I would probably say probably by something the end of the week, you'd probably hear more about it. So, excuse me. I think it's ridiculous. In disguise says Bam have already escalated things to the search warrant. People have died in search warrant, killing people over Lego. Think Josh would do that. People killing people over Legos? Probably. I've covered cases where people have killed people for less. It's sad. The whole thing is just, ugh, it's so icky and sad and gross. Like, Lego is nothing but happiness. And how dare they? How dare they try to tarnish that? All right, so let's get to this complaint. So I'm not here till midnight, which I probably will be, but just fine. We can hang out all night if you guys want, not 12 hours, like someone mentioned earlier, but a while. Okay. So we left off on page 41 of this complaint. Excuse me. So at point 78, remember they are charging them with civil RICO because they've all conspired together for evil deeds to bring them all down. Oh, hi, Dream. All night long. All night. Mhm. I love that. Eamon McNiff looks like Dr. Robnik Eggman from Sonic the Hedgehog. Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, I cannot wait to watch the unredacted footage. By the way, chat, for those of you that have been into this story for a long time, we found the BAM map website over the weekend. And they had like 6 different ones, but said it was all redacted. That is the unredacted stuff, right? It is not what's on YouTube. If so, let us know. That way we're watching the right thing. Because I don't want to watch the whole thing and then find out I got to rewatch it again. Though I would do it. So it doesn't really matter either way. Um, but I was just wondering if that was all the redacted stuff. So, anyway. All right. to this complaint. On or about March 6, 2026, Ben, Brian, and the Schneider group, remember, they're the conspiracies, trespassed again and placed a defacing and fake sign on the Baker Salem store. Well, I mean, technically it was a real sign. Just what it said was fake. I mean,
It's not.
just
It's a real sign.
it's a very real sign, which read, permanently closed. We stole a family's life savings. They sued and we lost.
No.
Well, probably should not have done that, but also funny. This vandalism was documented in a Facebook post on the Salem Kaiser community page, which included photos of the sign and people, including Ben, trespassing outside the store. Kaiser Police Department investigated this case and this incident. Well, Ben,
Is
see,
it trespassing outside of a store?
well, if they're
If it's technically
closed,
closed,
I was gonna say, if that's a really good question. I don't know, right? If the
like if
business
you're
is no
standing in
longer
the parking
there,
lot, does that count as trespassing? Might be loitering, but not trespassing.
well, the cop told them it was, but I don't know if that was
Just
entirely
hanging out
accurate.
outside, but they're talking about random people, right? I mean,
Who?
for Ben,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, but they said Ben was there too outside the
Okay,
store.
but I'm not
But
worried about Ben. He's talking about
but
regular people
at this point,
and
the
people trespassing, not and Ben was trespassing. It's the
right.
wording of the document matters.
But that Salem store was closed. They closed it down. So if the store that closed down that said they didn't want you to trespass is gone, then aren't you allowed to be there if those people no longer have anything to do with the premises? Because then it would go to the owner of the building, I would think. I don't
I
know.
don't know.
Just
If he's
just
trespassed, he
wondering.
probably shouldn't have been there anyway. But my problem is the wording of the document. People, including Schneider, trespassing. Well, people weren't trespassed.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Those will be arguments for sure.
I can
I
argue
love the
anything.
song choices tonight, guys. And this guy says, yeah, it would be still trespassing, and they still opened the lease, and Ben was trespassed. Okay, so they still had the lease then, just because they weren't open. Okay, Dream says X-ray mode on the BAM's map site for the body cam vids is a thing. I'll email a timestamp video to you later about how I learned how to do that. Oh, please do. Please do. You can send it to Tara, Tara, at tcwtmedia.com. That would be greatly appreciated. Oh, look, it's Terry.
Hey,
Hi.
Terry.
Oh, you're going to go see Toy Story? Oh, jealous. Jealous. Dream says I heard BAM still owns the store and are going to reopen soon.
Really?
No. Are
Trying
they
to cash in on all
stupid?
that newfound fame they have.
No, I don't think so. I think it's so that way people go there and harass and it'll strengthen their case in court.
Yeah, probably.
Why else
But
would you do that?
I was being sarcastic.
Oh, well, I'm not. Wow, that's just otherwise it's a bad business move. The only reason you would do that is just to, have more things to say in court about how we're all been on the internet. Interesting. Day at the beach movie. Oh, nice. Oh, and then movie night. All right. So anyway, so they trespassed outside the store. Kaiser Police Department investigated this incident. Representative images and content evidence of Ben and a Doe co-defendants' vandalism and trespass are set forth below. Oh my gosh, look at him hopping that fence. It's just like, does this mean this stuff? Probably. All right. But this is like, is it crimes? Yes. But it's just like, so, come on. Don't be an asshole. They're just jumping a fence. It's not like they spray painted your windows, though it is technically still there. Echoes. Ben is so athletic. I know, right? I
Calm
know.
down,
So
Echoes.
I did see on Reddit as well that he had this video the other night. I haven't got to watch it, so that's why I didn't talk about it. It was apparently he was maybe being pulled over again. I don't know. As I said, I didn't get a click on it and watch it because I had a really busy day, but his face did not look good. He looked like he was under a lot of stress. Like I don't know, you could just see like the thinness of his face more than he already was. And like being in this kind of shit court stuff will do that to you. My mom heart was like, boy, you need some soup. You need some soup and a nap. But bad business equals bam. Yeah, so far in what I've learned. So no, we're no longer all Greg. We're also all Ben. Yeah, they tried to get Ben for vandalism, but they didn't charge him with that just so far, right? It's stalking. I don't know if that one's going to really hold up at all. Harassment, trespassing.
Extortion.
No. I'm talking about criminally.
Oh.
And picketing or something. They're all stupid misdemeanor charges. Criminally. So, oh, look who it is. It's Plant Host Spice. Hi, Annie. Happy you're here. So here are some more pictures of them putting up the sign, even bigger than before. Obstruction of justice. While engaging in their ongoing trespass, multiple incidents recorded, Ben and the Schneider Group employed deceptive tactics to evade police investigation and to obstruct justice. Oh my goodness.
Is there any way to zoom in just a little bit more?
Oh yeah, I can do that. Sure.
Thank you. Oh,
There we go. Oh
better.
yeah. Look at that. Move that over here a little bit. I like it when it's bigger. Okay. All right. This is why Llama and Buffy don't do late night streams.
Well, you do sometimes.
They were absolutely grasping at straws to arrest him. And honestly, they're going to continue doing that, if you ask me. In my opinion, for all of the cases.
I think everything they're doing is grasping.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
In my opinion.
And what we know so far, maybe there's more stuff that comes out at a certain point, but based on what we have seen and read thus far, it seems a little bit like, really?
I mean, the most that I would probably be annoyed with is the harassment. I get on point with that, but like, because he was being obnoxious. Let's just be real. But other than that, everything else, like, come on, seriously.
And being
People
annoying.
are dying.
Right. People, annoying does qualify as feeling harassed. It is one of the words that you can use, which if that's the case, I need TROs on a whole bunch of fucking people that annoy me every fucking day.
You can do that, but that's a lot of
work. So while engaging in their I already read that. I apologize. Deceptive tactics to evade police investigation to obstruct justice. Representative images and content evidencing Schneider and Schneider Group members' acts of deceptive tactics are set forth below. Oh my gosh, the horror, you guys. Oh, I knew this was going to get him in trouble.
This is the great Ben change out. the Ben swap.
Obstructing justice for running across the street.
I mean...
This was not good.
Somebody was pretending to be him. So, I mean, that's not great.
When we watched that, we were like, Ben, no.
Is he going to be one of the does? Because I feel like, isn't that like falsifying like your ID? Like, isn't there something that you can get in trouble for not like identifying yourself?
No, I don't think so.
To the cops?
No. You don't have to ID yourself to a cop.
About who you are.
You can't lie to him about who you are, but his name was Ben.
Well, that's a lie. He said his name was Ben.
His name is Ben.
Okay, his first name is Ben.
But no, you don't have to tell the cops who the fuck you are. Make them do their job. It's one of your rights, friends. I would go ask Elbow Feet just to double check, but he would talk about it for like 20 minutes, and I don't feel like doing that right now.
He talks it.
Oh, can we have a quick social for all who are currently imbibing? What does that word mean? But okay.
Imbibing, and that means drinking.
Oh, yes, Lainey, we can. Cheers, girl. Ugh. I made sure to get the strong percentage tonight, so trying to make
Oh.
Ben and his friends are the Gambino crime family, right?
I mean, it's really trying to come off that way. You know, they
Mhm.
are an enterprise, the
Right.
mafia.
If so, then I guess we can be as well. Start our own
I'm not
gang.
drinking.
No, that's true.
Lucky for you guys.
All right. So upon police, I'm sorry, May 21st, 2026, in the YouTube video, upon police arrival at the scene, Ben obstructed the investigation by directing a colleague, also named Ben, to wear identical clothing to take Schneider's place, therefore evading identification by law enforcement and avoiding being arrested for trespass. The horror. But what the police weren't even there yet. What was it still?
I mean,
I
we
don't
don't
know.
really know, right? They called the police and the camera followed Ben. But that's just the thing, is I feel
Oh.
like I want to see what's on the raw footage, because I guarantee you not everything was put on that video. And there might be a lot more that's not great for him. So I
Yeah,
don't know.
it's not great.
Like,
So in California, you have to ID yourself? That's not the case everywhere, right? I was
I
under the
don't know.
impression it's
I
not.
live
But-
in the South.
Well, they'll tell you you have to, and then you don't. Plant Host Spice is saying, I'm making it Mr. Annie and make cocktails. Ooh, nice. You want to come on? Plant Host Spice? You can. We got room for you. Why not? Bubba says, I think they are referring to others they will find in Discovery. You know, Denton will be subpoenaing the text and personal messages of Ben, Brian, and known acquaintances. They sure as fuck are going to. That's why I'm saying, why does he not have a lawyer for this yet? Ben! Does anybody have Ben's number? I'm going to call him like a mom. He's going to get my mom voice. Because what are you doing here?
I think he knows. He's just not. Maybe he's making a documentary.
You can be arrested if you fail to show ID. Okay, well, don't listen to me. I'm not a lawyer. I'm just a girl with a microphone on YouTube then. You have to finish packing for the beach. Nerd. Anyway. All right, so also profiting off counterfeit merchandise. During this
No,
time
that was
period.
real merchandise.
Yeah, it's their own designs. How's that
Yeah, but I
counterfeit?
think they're trying to say, like, they're trying to claim that they're marketing it as if it comes from the store, like they're associated. At least that's the claim. I don't think that's going to stick, but that's my opinion.
Yeah. Now, during this time period, in an attempt to justify his deceptions, Ben promoted his website and merchandise using the phrase, we steal from old people. Actually, that's not a phrase. That was literally the name of the business. So not the phrase
Mhm.
part. Thereby facilitating his false branding, interference, harassment, and defamation of BAM and its franchise system and franchisees as elder theft criminals.
Is that a legal term?
I don't
Elder
know.
theft criminals.
Elder theft criminals. In disguise says the whole series about what to do if you cannot afford a lawyer. Oof. Gosh, I don't know if he wants to find out the hard way. Talk about, he told Eamon, we can do this the easy way or the hard way. Well, Ben, you need to use that when you come to civil court, okay? You can either do this the easy way, which is getting some lawyers, or you are going to learn the hard way, my friend. And I don't want that to happen. Oh, Utah has a similar law as well. Okay. All right. Well, don't listen to Llama about these things. I've been drinking, and I'm just a girl on the internet. What do I know? Just one of you guys. That's true. They were trying to get BAM to sue them, but I don't know about this counterfeit merchant. It was their own design. So, okay. It is now elder theft criminals
Yeah, but
crimes.
I think the bricks and minifigs part of the shirt is probably damaging.
Well, let's see if they bring it up. I mean, I do think that logo's a problem. That would not hold up in court with a jury, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely that's a copyright issue, if anything.
Right.
He need a copyright strike.
Are they going to go to federal court, you think? Probably.
I mean, I think BAM's going to do whatever BAM's going to do, unless they suddenly get some kind of like conscience or get enough bad PR that they're just like, but I don't know, they might be too far into it now. They have to go through with it.
I think, one, they are too far into it. Two, if they don't go all the way with everyone and everything, then they want to use him as an example.
I
So
know.
everyone on the internet doesn't try to go doing the same thing as well. And that's why you need a fucking lawyer, Ben. Okay. Oh,
I can see that.
That's what I think they're going to do. I don't know that's what they're going to do. But considering the lengths they've already gone to, which are all bad PR choices for a business, and that's exactly what they're going to try to do. So he promoted this website, WeStealFromOldPeople.com, and merchandise to the Schneider Group and his YouTube followers, urging and inciting them to join and support a campaign of harassment and disparagement against BAM and its franchises. I mean, they're also cool looking. Maybe if you had cooler looking merch, BAM, we might buy your stuff, but you don't. This conduct diluted plaintiff's brand and commercially disparaged it and its franchises. Representative screenshots and evidence of this campaign are attached as Exhibit H. Ooh. Now, chat, do you think that's more of a federal issue? That I don't see what this civil court is going to do about that, because that's not really their whole thing, right? Oh, yes, Dream. I'm so glad you brought that up, because I saw that too over the weekend, that people were calling it the Salem brick trials. And I was like, bravo, bravo. That's genius. I even told Buffy about it and was like, girl, we're going to need to use this at some point, because that's genius. Let me scroll up here and see what. Ooh, you're sipping a mango chili tapache. I don't know how to say that. But ooh,
That
sounds
sounds
delicious.
too fancy for me.
A tapache? Tapak? I don't know. I don't know what language it is. You're always happy to get ID'd when buying alcohol at the supermarket, right? Like, oh, thank you. It's so flattering, you 19-year-old.
It doesn't even happen to me anymore.
Echoes. And that's another reason why I think BAM will continue to go as far as they can, because of the whole Mormon aspect of it. Not necessarily religious doings, but the community itself, because there are a lot of other businesses that are attached to BAM, because they all work together. Wait till I can't wait to hear what you have to say. We can't wait to talk to you, Echoes. We might have to do like a weekend day stream with Buffy, so we can all talk about it in a few weeks. Hi, Text Packet. Hi, happy to have you here. Happy to see you.
Packet.
She told me that we entertained her today while she was in the DMV, is what she calls it. And I said, oh, well, I'm glad that we can provide joy in hell. You're welcome. Oh, I hate it so much. Okay. Oh, you're drinking a mango pineapple Vizzy. I love this. There is, Dan Montana says there is UP Patent and Trademark Office. I would think that belongs there. That's what I would think too. I think it's one of those things that'll be like, yes, we will always do a collab with you guys. We love your faces. So I would think it would go there, but Dan Montana says, if I had to guess, Ben is a lawyer, but he's keeping it under wraps until the last minute.
I
mean,
think
one
you
needs to
can.
file soon. Yikes.
I think you have to file with the court that you have representation.
Yeah. I mean, maybe something will come through on Friday. Maybe you are right. Maybe they're like, let's keep this chill. Let's make this seem like they're winning. And then bam, he's got the civil equivalent to Alan Jackson. I don't know who that is, but maybe. I hope so. Dear, oh God, I hope he shows up with a fucking lawyer next Tuesday. Oh,
He's gonna
anyway.
walk in the courtroom. The doors are gonna slam open, and he's gonna have like badass attorneys walking behind him.
You think he's gonna wear his pink blazer? I hope so.
So
That's court appropriate, Ben. It's fine. Be flamboyant in court. Gets attention. I like it. I say yes to the pink blazer. All right. Anyway, back to this. This is why it's going to take us 5 hours to read this.
I know.
So, rejected settlement proposal. In late 2025, and based on co-defendants' ongoing harassment, Brandon and Josh further investigated the Baker Salem store inventory. Further, in late 2025, now you're like, oh, let's go back and double check. Okay. And though they still could not reliably identify any product that appeared to belong to Brian, they located a few, approximately 20 Star Wars Lego sets in a back office lockable cupboard on which they noticed stickers not previously recognized. What are the odds?
How about that?
Let me get your stupid fucking story straight, Brandon and Josh. You have now been in charge of this store legally since January of 2025. This is at the end of late 2025. The store, not that big. All right. This is ongoing. It's not that big. There's a closet in the back room that's locked, and you're just now looking into it. Your story doesn't make sense. Either that or you are the dumbest fucking business owners I have ever heard of ever. And that's my opinion.
I'm going
Because
with you.
how do you not know what kind of inventory is in the store that you own when all of this has been going on and you keep saying, well, I don't have it. We don't have anything to do with this. And then all of a sudden you found 20 Star Wars Lego sets. You know how many Lego sets are in my son's room right now? So fucking many unopened ones. I won't even get started there. But that shit takes up room, okay? It takes up a lot of room. Unless you're talking about like the little creator packs. Even then, it's stupid. It doesn't even make any sense. I hate these guys. They're
What does
stupid.
that mean by stickers not previously recognized? What does that mean?
So they had put yellow. They had put yellow stickers on all of Brian's stuff, was my understanding. Like Crystal and Ben did, right? So they all had like these yellow stickers, consignment stickers, right? Lets people know whatever.
Yeah.
And so that's how they were able to tell walking through the store that Brian's stuff was still out there, was because of the little stickers. I'm pretty sure they showed it.
I think I remember.
And I think they were yellow. Maybe they were orange, but no, I'm pretty sure they were yellow. But like seriously, you didn't know that? You mean a safe? I think it was like one of those, and I don't know this to be true. I don't think we actually saw it, but I think it was like, the school teachers, like metal big cabinets with a little lock on it. I think that's what it was. But also, yeah, it's a safe. Just not a fancy.
Well, if it was locked.
But Crystal gave him the key. I believe she said that.
Well, I'm just saying that it's like equivalent to a safe. It's locked.
I mean, I guess. But it's not like a bank safe.
Well,
you can easily break into it, I guess. Hi, Chief Daddy.
Only if you know what's in there.
Right. I heard you guys are going to be covering this too. I'm so excited. I need everyone to start covering it so I can talk to everybody about it. Yes, they put stickers on the boxes. Don't leave in. I cannot even believe they did that. But they did. They did. Could it devalue? Probably. But now, if one of those stickers exists on something, it's a lot of money. So anyway, these dumbasses waited a whole, however long to open this lockable cupboard. Now, as a precaution only, but still without knowledge that Brian, in fact, had any right there too, they directed that such not be sold from Baker Salem's inventory and remain locked up pending completion of their ongoing investigation and receipt of reliable evidence of ownership and other conditions. Oh, this is why this complaint drives me crazy because it doesn't match up with what they say like 5 paragraphs above every single time. They said earlier when we were reading this yesterday that one of these dumbasses, I think it was Brandon, went in and did all the inventory. You remember that? He went in as a third party and did all the inventory. So as that person who did all the initial inventory, his dumbass didn't open the safe to do inventory? Make that make sense. Like, how bad are you then at your job? You're either completely incompetent
Or
or
he didn't know it was in there.
a liar who lies. And I think it's the second. I'm going to try this new
I
lip
think
balm
I
I
needed
got.
to hear both sides.
Yeah, I don't.
I
I'm just
think
kidding.
I need to hear from Crystal.
We will. Not today, but they've done some interviews and stuff like that. I very much need, and they have a lawsuit, so we very much will hear from them. But yes, I'm just saying based on what they said earlier in this complaint, one of them went and did all the inventory and didn't see anything. Blah, 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 blah. So on or about December 3rd, 2025, in a text exchange between Josh and Brian, deceptively orchestrated by Ben, what a dick, and after sustaining incredible business disruption and harm, Josh discussed a possible settlement scenario under economic duress. How? How is this an incredible business disruption? These guys only came in and out for a couple months, and it wasn't even like on the internet yet. But okay, he was under economic duress, you guys, purely as an accommodation and without any legal obligation to do so because he is just a super nice guy. Josh discussed a possible settlement scenario to allow Brian to retrieve the few sets that had been provisionally identified as merely Star Wars related product in the back office. Described above, though not necessarily belonging to Brian. Sure. Which, as a precautionary matter, Josh had set aside pending receipt of ownership documentation from Brian. You guys, they are just so nice and thoughtful. So nice and thoughtful. I love that for them. In disguise to still think BB and Brandon and Josh stole the Lego, but lied to corporate that it existed. They were hiding that. They lied to Amon. I don't know. I don't know which way I lean. Hold on. Let me finish reading this section and then we'll go to comments. I get too distracted. All right. Blah, 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 blah. Josh indicated a written apology and other concessions would need to be made, and the harassment must stop. Brian rejected this proposal outright, and we saw that in the thing that Ben made because he's like, it's a trap. This proposal outright and responded, unless you are going to make us whole on the whole Lego collection, I don't see where we have anything to discuss. Oh. This confirmed the enterprise's interest. Spooky. Referring to the sets he had identified, Josh replied, we can give you what was left when presumably Crystal left. We can't and aren't responsible for what she sold the 2 years y'all were working together. If you want what she left, let me know. I need him to sound weak and feeble, so I'm going to use my Laura voice. Brian refused this offer This exchange further evidenced Brian's objectives were not about recovering a Lego collection, but rather about extorting payment for the enterprise beyond any legitimate claim. Oh, good God. No, why would he agree to that in the first place? So you wanted him to say, "Oh, it's all my fault." No. 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 She did say that the key to the safe before leaving. Okay, I thought so. I thought I remembered her pointing that out. I was like, hmm. The yellow stickers with a price tag over the sets. The minifigs had white ones. Oh. Oh, she brought you a coloring book. Oh, I love that. I heard you guys had such a great time. Um, they both need to be aggressively deposed. Yeah, they do. And let me tell you another thing. This civil case is going to last forever because none of these mofos will want to be deposed. They are going to fight it tooth and nail, just like in the Karen Reed case, where everybody's like, no, I don't want to be deposed. No. They'll do it too. They're going to stretch this thing out so much. Showed the list in his video, though not all of it. It is weird that some items were on it, but not others. Oh, the CoffeeZilla ones are on our list too to watch together. Oh my God, so many stuff. I forget who suggested 12 hours earlier, but they're probably right. Oh, you just rolled your eyes so hard. If I had an ass, I'd have to check it out. Oh, I do that all the time.
Oh my gosh.
Right? If somebody owes you 80K and offers you 5K, you would refuse. That was their generous offer because they are such nice guys.
Well, also, I think, it could be seen as a settlement too. If you accept a small amount, they're like, well, we offered them this and they took it. You're done.
You have a list of the unsold that should have been in the store. But oh yeah, because you're the one who also did like their own compare and contrast, right? Because I'm not going to go over the inventory list yet before the TRO because I was like, oh man, I need to like look all of this over again for a while. I know it's included in the exhibits here, but we're going to skip that and circle back to that later because I was like, ooh. Well, if you do and you don't mind sharing, you can email it to me, Bubba. I would not be upset about that. Oh, the inventory list that BAM had. It was probably written on a fucking napkin. Like, nothing. They had nothing. BAM corporate, nothing. See, I wrote it, so it must be true.
Oh, napkin.
Okay, yes, it was you that audited the inventory. Oh, a Google Sheets. Stop it, Bubba. Are you flirting with me? Talking
Yeah,
about
I was about to say, oh God.
I love spreadsheets.
Oh God. Do y'all want to be alone?
The after dark's getting out of control. All right, so next, extortion, harassment, and threats of violence, part 2. Okay, because why did they break this up into 2 parts? It's so stupid. All right, so on or
Because
about
it's like Star Wars was in episodes.
right? They didn't start with episode 3 or 4. I mean, oof, I'm going to get hate mail for that, I'm sure. This is the sequel. Extortion, harassment, and threats of violence, part 2. On or about December 11th, 2025, a member of Schneider Group admitted and or revealed conspired unlawful actions to a BAM employee, Adam Brimhall. Oh. That they had already taken and regarding planned future harassment, extortion, interference, and vandalization of BAM. This conversation was reported to the Provo Police Department. Oh, he was a corporate guy. That's right. By BAM. In December 2025, Ben and an associate entered and unlawfully remained at BAM's corporate offices in Utah and filmed without permission using concealed devices. Oh. They refused to leave when directed, effectively trespassing. Bam contacted the Provo Police Department, initiated a report, and requested charges, but no cops showed up. What else they got going on in Provo? But okay, it is. Google Docs and spreadsheets are my love language, echoes. It's true. And Legos. Literally make anything into Lego. And I'm like, yes, I love it. I like this color. Do you like this color, puppy? This is the bomb oil I got today.
I do actually.
Cherry swirl. It's Maybelline glaze.
Maybe it's Maybelline. I'm not
Right?
wearing lipstick.
You also have the
little
pics
glossy.
of the M&R Productions purchase from Brian and the side deal that was made from Brian's storage unit. Oh my gosh, you got everything. That's amazing.
Hey,
Do you have a channel,
how do
Bubba?
you have all of it?
Do you have a channel or do you want to run the sites? I know there's like 6 different sites I have in my spreadsheet. You don't have to tell me if that outs you in any way. Never mind. I'm just being nosy. But anyway, during this December 2025 encounter at BAM's corporate offices, Ben demanded $200,000 and stated that failure to pay would result in reputational harm and that matters would become very bad.
How bad?
Very bad.
Ooh, not very, very, just very.
Just very. It's only semi-serious bad.
Man, I'm not that scared.
BAM reported this attempted criminal and civil coercion and extortion to police authorities. This incident was incorporated as part of Provo Police Department case number whatever, regarding which BAM understands an investigation remains ongoing. So serious, you guys. So serious that the cops are still going on an ongoing investigation, just like ongoing testing with Laura's. So, okay, sure. Hi, Carmen, not Electra. So happy to have you here. Work is stupid. I'm sorry you have to do it. But that's okay as long as we can occupy you and help you have fun doing it. In disguise says Eamon did find out, but the stolen Lego with small potatoes hiding how they do business was more important. Oh, I can't wait to look into it. I can't wait. You don't have a channel. I am a conscientious observer with really good connections. I love that. Hey, sometimes that's the best position to be in. Am I right? Yes. Well, I love that for you. I appreciate your service. Shortly after Ben's December 2025 BAM corporate office incident, Crystal initiated a second January 2nd, 26 legal demand letter through a new Utah council after waiting approximately 13 months, whereby she reasserted her previous unsupported December 24th, 24 demand letter claims, which I do have those as well that we'll get to at a later point in time when we go to talk about Crystal and Ben. BAM responded and again denied all allegations, because of course they did, and provided evidence to rebut such. What was that? What was your evidence rebuting such? No, that was their evidence. Nope, I don't want to, and I don't have to. Which, I mean, yeah, that's true. I had to give anything to Ben. Under the franchise agreement, BAM proposed a face-to-face meeting, which was held but unsuccessful in resolving the private dispute, in connection with which BAM proposed a full document exchange. Oh, did they? So BAM was going to give them a full document exchange. Oh, did they do that? Are you coming on? No, you're just hanging out backstage? Okay. Sorry. Amos popped in the background. I was like, oh my God, is she gonna like join us? No, she's like, I'm just here to hang out. Just feeling cute in the background, you know. All right, so they did not do that. Crystal and her counsel refused to produce any further records, including a signed copy of the November 23rd consignment agreement and any inventory and payment records. So they had a lawyer. So if her lawyer said that, then that's what happened. Upon information and belief, Crystal informed Ben of Bam's rejection of the face to face meeting and her renewed legal demand regarding the private civil matter. Why do they keep underlying private? Like, what?
Because this is a private matter.
Private,
Gosh.
guys. It's private. In the course of Bam and Crystal's face to face meeting, and as a veiled threat to Bam, Crystal asserted that she and Benjamin could and would not stop Ben's continued harassment and involvement as an alleged documentarian. What do you mean, alleged document? There's no like, you can
YouTuber.
just say you are one. There's no. If you say you are, then you are. It's like you could go to school and get like a degree in documentarianism. I don't know. Doesn't exist though, I'm pretty sure. Unless Sir David Attenborough has a college I don't know about, which of course, please sign me up if so. But like, it's not alleged if that's what he says he is. You don't have to agree, but okay. And also, what the fuck was Crystal supposed to do? Ben is a grown ass man doing his grown ass things. Crystal can't stop them doing anything. I mean, what did they
Yeah, but they're
expect her to do?
claiming that they're all in cahoots and like they're the ringleaders, right?
Well, they didn't list Crystal and Benjamin in as defendants in this case. They're not
No,
one of
but
the
they
two.
did state that they were all working together. They just
Well,
didn't sue them in this lawsuit.
which
But
is
they definitely
interesting.
said at the very beginning that they're all working together.
Oh, they certainly name dropped them, but I thought it was very interesting that they did not put them in this. But
No, they didn't list them as part of it, but they definitely stated that they are all together in it.
right, right. Like Ben is one of the 5 crime mafia families, and it's so ridiculous. I know they would never.
And if they
do
didn't
the right
state it directly, it's definitely heavily implied.
Oh, gee, Daddy, don't tempt me to crash the stream. We will get together soon, I promise.
Well, you
Are
can come on. I'll make
when
room.
when Echoes and Jeep Daddy, when are you guys covering this? Are you covering it on Friday? So people can just hang out behind the Llama Studios couch. Yeah, it's true. People do. Outside, just hang out. Where all the cool kids are doing. Anyway, correct. They started the same in interviews too. All right. So Crystal isn't stopping them, and Bam is very upset about it. Bam specifically raised concerns Crystal had improperly shared confidential information with Ben and Brian in the meeting. What information? I want to know what that means. Upon information and belief, though Crystal relocated out of the country for approximately a year through early 2025, but you sure love throwing her under the bus later. What? Oh, you're just okay. I also have a live studio audience over here to the right. I'm just elbow feet going and doing the wave. You're such a nerd. Such a nerd. Okay. This is why I usually stream when he's not home. He's just kidding. So she was because her and Ben moved to Scotland, I think, is where they went. And Bam just said, oh, well, she waited a whole 13 months. Yeah, she was out of the country. So, okay. Spain. Okay, not Scotland. I was close with the S. Thank you
It
for
was
being
an S.
around,
You were
Bubba.
that close with the letter.
That close. You know, one's on an island, the other is not, but we're close. Whatever, it's fine. Let's see. Upon oh yeah, that she was out of the country. She still engaged indirectly in the enterprise and in support of the unlawful activities described herein. The Kaiser police have informed Bam that she has returned to the United States and has been interviewed. Oh my God, you guys, it's all happening for them. In a February 5th, 26 call with BAM as part of an attempted dispute resolution, Crystal and Benjamin threatened that if BAM did not pay their demand for $300,000, quote, they would not be able to control the documentarian Ben from releasing damaging and doctored videos harming the company. Oh, doctored? What do you mean by that? Do you mean edited? Is that what they mean?
That's what it's saying. Yeah.
Because doctored to me means like fake. That's what doctored
like
means to me.
They're not real, like edited.
Yeah.
Fake.
But editing doesn't mean it's not real.
I don't think they're saying like editing. I
No.
think they're just not real. Like it's badly put together. It's put together to show something that's not there.
Well, art is up to the observer. I don't know. This extortionist threat directly evidenced their knowledge, conspiracy, aiding and abetting, and coordination with Brian and Ben. You know, these guys, we saw what they look like. All right. These guys all look like a bunch of fucking nerds. All right. And I say that with love because I am a nerd too. And they just try to make them sound like the craziest, like badasses ever. Like they're in like motorcycle gangs and shit. Like, what have you seen them?
You're like, that guy?
That guy? I'm not even scared of that guy. Right, Amy? All these people butt her over YouTubers is actually hilarious. Right? It's so funny. They always want to be like, oh, you're on YouTube. Like, you're not serious, blah, blah, blah. But then,
we're not.
Oh, everyone's serious when they want them to be, right? Decide, are you going to respect us, not respect us? I don't know. I don't really care. They don't want to respect me. It's fine. But it's just interesting.
You just got to know your place, Llama. You just got to know your place.
Yeah, my place is here on my couch where it's comfy. Thursday or Friday was not the plan. Oh, Dance, are you guys arguing in the chat? Oh, you're playing in the mountains. Okay. All right. Well, fine. I'll be around. As the story, hi, Scott, says, as the story continues, I now have real feelings about the injustice and the evil that is Amon. Well, evil mustache guy. I mean, yeah, the more you learn about things, the more you're like, holy shit, this is fucked. So you guys and your songs today.
I got a playlist going already.
I know, right? I love chat so much. Doctor, tell me the news. I got a bad case of extorting you. I did my best. Even literally, yeah, he literally looks like he took his villain role too seriously. It is wild, isn't it?
Stash is very impressive.
I'm a good guy.
Do you know how hard that is?
Just twiddling it all day. He needs to get a monocle and a cat.
Oh no. He's gonna
I'm the good guy. Oh my gosh. Oh, these guys. Thereafter, Ben and the Schneider Group and affiliates. So those are just people affiliated, but not part of the group somehow. But okay. Also initiated a series of fake lawsuits not properly served against fictitious entities to create fake bases for them to deceptively claim they won a lawsuit in Ben published YouTube content, which was false and misleading, and in furtherance of the enterprise. None involved BAM or Baker Salem legitimately. That's true. That's true. I don't know if those were the reasons they did it or they were just stupid. Sure is a lot of work though. And then you risk getting in trouble in court for all of that. But
So they're literally think that they just created a whole fake lawsuit and sued a fake company or not, the wrong company on purpose.
no, fictitious. That's completely made up. I don't know if what did they sue? K1, K2? I don't know. Because that's your own personal version. Oh, I don't know. It's bad enough. They'll be like, girl, we're not even going to do a copyright on you. It's so bad.
Not even close to the original.
We need to franchise our brand. If any of you would like to open your own couch court with Llama, let me know. Opening cost is it's very easy apparently to do this. I don't know. All right. On March 8th, 2026, Sunday specifically, Ben and the Schneider Group deceptively dressed up and impersonated federal employees in fake USPS or UPS outfits and approached Josh's residence in American Fork, Utah. Did anybody do any digging into this since we talked about it since yesterday? They delivered a package containing undisclosed but humiliating items and requested his signature on a device or form. Oh, it's not good, you guys.
What was in the box?
What was in the box? But also, you made him try to sign it, which means you really were in person. Oh,
I want to know what was in the box. It had humiliating
What's
items.
in the box? Is it butt plugs? If it's not, I'm going to be very disappointed
crocheted?
in them. Maybe. Duckies? What? Rubber ducky? How is that humiliating?
Yeah, why is that humiliating?
They should bring you joy.
Like what? How is that legitimate? Like, is that real? Maybe they thought you had Jeeps and you wanted to give out ducks.
They were humiliating, guys. Those damn rubber duckies are so scary and humiliating to me. What? Oh, these guys are a bunch of fucking pussies is what they are. Oh.
Was it really ducks?
Yes, it was really ducks. It was rubber ducks. Rubber ducky,
you're the one just trying to be creative with a really bad word. So, like,
no,
like replace the U with an I.
With duckies? No.
No.
It was Tyler, the driver of the car, and he was wearing a UPS hat. The box was full of rubber ducks. I don't know about that whole situation. I don't have a good feeling about it, but
these people are ridiculous.
But yeah, fucking ducks. Are you serious?
How is that humiliating? I would just be like, okay, that's weird.
That's humiliating, guys. They're so scared. And the police did share the ring photo and the box of rubber.
Oh, did they? Okay.
Wow. What a bunch of losers.
Okay.
God.
Wow. All right. Well, that's disappointing because I was really hoping they got creative.
Right? I mean, I'm not going to be sending them shit because I'm a cheap bitch, but I could definitely come up with some more humiliating things to send somebody in the mail. Rubber duckies is not even on that list. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. So humiliating items and requested his signature on a device or form. Multiple vehicles were parked in front of the house with individuals filming the interaction. Josh considered this to be another trespass. He's so scared. What are you trying to show us? Are you trying to show us your boobs, Amos? What are you doing backstage? It's after, it's after dark, but you're getting crazy back there. Oh, okay. All right, we'll see you in a little bit. Are you playing that right now? Oh, okay. Well, have a good night. I didn't know you guys were streaming tonight. Herds. That's okay. Maybe I'll come join you if you're still on later. Anyway, where were we? So he's very scared about these rubber ducks and that people are filming. And this is another trespass. Josh reported this incident to the police, and American Fork Police Department responded by escorting the offending individuals from the property for trespassing. So just escorting. What is that? Oh, it's a damn fly. But no arrest. Okay. Do you think those cops were like, are you fucking kidding me? Some rubber ducks? Really? Really? Last minute decision. Well, that's fine. I understand. Somebody's got to do it. You were showing your rubber duckies. Oh, yeah, the ones you have on your desk. That makes more sense. No, thanks, MK. Are you playing with your boobs? What level membership is that, please? It's the most expensive one where you get to hang backstage. No, I'm just kidding. That's not part of that. Where was I here? Notwithstanding the police intervention at Josh's residence, Ben thereafter began continuously calling Josh's phone number, further escalating the harassment and extortion attempts. You know, you can like block a number, right? Did he ever block a number? Did he come up with
It's
13
way more
more
fun
numbers?
to let people harass you and then sue them later.
That's true.
You know, literally anybody who just lets people do that. I don't understand it.
Right? I got new ideas for memberships too. Got the only couch back here. The backstage pass. Oh, good. Bubba says also posing as a UPS driver isn't a crime on its face. However, it would be if you did so to gain access to somewhere you wouldn't otherwise have access to, or to commit another crime like theft. But what if it's a USPS driver? Because they are federal employees. And I think impersonating a federal, because UPS is not federal, they're private, right? That's where my concern comes from there. Because the government does not like that kind of stuff at all. But I don't know. Yeah, so Bubba, when we were reading this the other day, I'm not sure if you were still around then or not, but the label said USPS on it.
The
Right.
label said that, but they didn't actually send anything through the mail. So did they
They
violate any
didn't.
laws technically?
No, but they're it's the impersonation that I think is the
But they
problem.
weren't wearing anything that identified them as United
And
States
yeah,
Postal Service.
I don't know, but it makes me very nervous for them. With everything they've used to throw against the wall with these guys. I don't know. I don't know the
I mean, it might be
legalities
a
of all that,
distinction
but
without an actual difference, but a good lawyer will argue it.
well, if so, hopefully whoever that happens to has a lawyer. So like, Ben, why don't we have a lawyer yet? All right, this fly is driving me crazy.
But wouldn't
Anyway.
that be interesting to watch Ben try to argue his case? Like, I don't want that for him, but I do think he would be able to. He would be entertaining.
Fair point. Fair point. If you block the number, you have no evidence of repeated calls. True. That is fair. But wouldn't one have a duty to like block the number then? To stop?
Well, my
I don't
question
know.
is, that's only if you're trying to build a case. Most people don't go into it trying to build a case.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. All I know is getting that upset about some fucking rubber ducks is ridiculous. Again, this was the same guy who called, oh, the cops, you need to come here. I'm going to shoot this guy. And he was like, but the rubber ducks were humiliating and scary. Maybe you should have a gun, sir, if rubber ducks rub you that way. Oh my God. Yikes. All right. So, let's see. Okay, Josh reported to the police and they got warnings. On March 8th, 26th, Sunday, the same day, Ben and/or the Schneider Group also appeared at the home of Jessica Johnson, Josh's sister, an innocent bystander not affiliated with BAM, residing in Pleasant Grove, Utah. Upon information and belief, they impersonated state police or officers of the court and falsely told Jessica they were investigators investigating a crime This incident was reported in Pleasant Grove Police Department responded. Ooh, I don't know anything about this, but yikes.
Who's Jessica?
Apparently Josh's sister. I don't know. We didn't see her at
Okay.
all in the film.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
I don't
just
know who
said
she
that, but I
is.
tuned out for a second. But we didn't see
Yikes.
that in a video. That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of stuff that wasn't video, that wasn't either filmed or we didn't actually see
Oh.
on what made it to YouTube.
Oh, so there is no duty. Thank you for that, AZ. Does AZ stand for Arizona, or did they just give that to you, YouTube?
I don't think they had, it's not a duty to block. I don't think there's an actual like, hey, you have to make attempts, but like it just common sense to at least try.
Mhm.
Like,
But I mean, it makes sense. If Ben tries to argue his own case, he'll probably hand the judge the law book. Oh God, please don't fucking do it, Ben. Don't do it. What are we watching? What are we rubbing rubber ducks on? Oh, they're humiliating. If you're into that sort of thing, Savage. Oh, so we don't know. We haven't seen any evidence of this actually happening. Man, I hope you guys didn't fucking do this. That is not great. Not great. We only heard Josh mention Jessica, I'm not bad. I'm just on the way out. Jessica Rabbit. We only heard Josh mention to the American Fork Police Department that they went to his sister's house. Okay, so we don't know that 100%. He is not the most trustworthy narrator. I mean, he's humiliated by ducks, guys. Ducks. But yikes, I hope not. So you just Googled why is sending a rubber duck an insult? Apparently, there are documented incidents of individuals leaving rubber ducks for witnesses or plaintiffs as a form of intimidation, referencing the legal idiom, if it walks like a duck. No. What? I've never heard of that before. Lainey says bingo. Well, quack, quack, motherfucker. Can we get that on the Can we get
at
that
least it
printed
wasn't a horse head.
on a rubber duck and sell it as merch? Quack, quack, motherfucker. Okay, anyway, I'm out of control already. On March 9th, 2026, Monday, a member of the Schneider Group again appeared at Josh's home, pretending to be a member of his church congregation to lure him out of the house and to record him. How does it feel to have them knocking on your fucking door, asking, do you accept Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior? It sucks, doesn't it, Josh? The member informed police that he had been paid by Ben to do so. He reported this harassment, and American Fork Police Department responded, and a trespass warning was issued, and Josh told him never to return. Don't they have this incident on body cam as well? I think so. What up, my
I
quackers?
know nothing.
Terrified.
I'm learning as we go.
Wow.
Hello. What?
That's a very fair point, AZ. I think you've raised a very good few fair points here about, why don't you block somebody on social media? That's so that way you can keep an eye on them. Yeah, it makes sense. He said he was never paid. Right? He was just doing it in Jesus' name, amen. I don't recall him ever saying he was paid by Ben on the body cam. Right? And I certainly wouldn't trust anything that is not on body cam, quite frankly, considering what they allowed us to see on the body cam, which is not great. So the body cam is on the civil rights lawyer's YouTube. He is on my list to watch this weekend. Elbow Feet, my partner, he watches him a lot, but I have not had the time to go through his videos yet. But I'm very excited to watch him over the weekend if I have the time. So, all right. On March 10th, 2026, Tuesday, Ben and a team member visited Josh's house to further harass and engage in content creation, which was again reported, but they ain't arrested nobody. American Fork Police Department responded and a trespass citation was issued. Ben was arrested on residential picketing charges, booked into Utah County Jail, and later released on bail. Oh, okay. So that's the one charge. Does that mean the SWAT? Okay. Getting ahead of yourself, Llama. Getting ahead of yourself.
It's easy to do.
On March 11th of this year, Wednesday, Schneider and the Schneider Group trespassed again to deface and hang a defamatory banner in Josh's subdivision in American Fork, Utah. After it was reported, American Fork Police Department responded and a stalking citation was issued. Ben and 4 others were arrested on stalking charges, booked into the Utah County Jail, and released on bail. So that is cute that they did not include the fucking SWAT team that they threw in to go arrest them in their Airbnb. They're just making it sound like they were arrested right there when that is not at all what seemed to have happened, but okay. On March 11th, Thursday, Ben and his team made an appearance at the Orem Bricks and Minifigs location. Okay, so they did get out of jail the next day, where he disparaged and defamed Bam to customers before an employee removed them from the premises. How did they remove them? The Orem Police Department responded. Okay. And a trespass warning was issued. Excuse
A
me.
warning?
A warning. Warning.
I
Warning.
thought they were already.
This is at a different
Or is
place.
this a different one?
Yeah, this is at Orem, wherever that place is. I don't
Just
know.
like, we didn't see that in the video, did we?
No,
No.
I
That's
do
what
not
I'm saying.
recall.
Like, there's a lot we didn't see.
Right? They never arrest him at all of these other times. This is my conspiracy theory, and I will say that, right? It's just my theory that they didn't arrest him all the other times because they couldn't. And then somebody started calling in favors. And then they were accused of stealing Legos all of a sudden. And there we were. So that's just my idea of what maybe had happened. Bubba says Tyler's the driver, right? Was on a civil rights lawyer part 3 video saying they were contacted 30 minutes prior to meeting Chris at the Mormon church. Oh, Chris is the name of the Mormon kid. The inconsistencies of those stories look bad for Ben. Oh, okay. Well, this is all a big old mess, you guys. What a mess. Wait, I thought March 11th was Wednesday. Why does it say Thursday? Oh, I don't know. Let me pull up my side calendar here. I don't know what day it is ever. March 11th is a Wednesday. So yes, March 11th was a Wednesday of this year.
Wait,
but you said, why does it say Thursday? Good eye. Because they're dumb. Because they're dumb. It's the same incident. So they messed up. It must have been the 12th that they went. So they're just not good at these things. Sure are paying these lawyers a lot of money for as many typos and shit we've seen. Yeah, this group that they have, the Delton, right? Is that their name? Delton?
Sure they're getting paid?
Well, maybe. I think they're kind of a big deal law firm from what I've been told. All right. So then on March 13th, 26th, Saturday, Ben and his crew appeared at the Bricks and Minifigs South Jordan store. Oh my goodness. This fly, babe, kill this fly. It's harassing me. I'm going to call the police and say, excuse me, this fly is threatening me. It's right there. It's slow and stupid. Thank you for being my big strong man. All right. So they went to the South Jordan store and began filming and demanding statements and explanations from the owner and employees. This was reported to the South Jordan Police Department, which responded, and a trespass warning was issued. Yeah. Okay. Notably, did you get it? We have a fly swatter. You're embarrassing me in front of my fans. Just kidding. Just kidding, babe. You're fine. I don't care that much. It's not that big of a deal. Um, all right. So they got a trespass warning there, notably on or about March 13th, 2025. Why are we going back in time? Or is it supposed to be 2026? BAM had issued Ben and the Schneider Group a formal written notice of trespass, harassment, and prohibition respecting any and all BAM franchise locations attached as Exhibit J. Yeah, they're just bad at dates. I'm glad they paid all the money for this. I could have wrote this for like $100. Despite this notice, co-defendants continued their campaign of harassment and destruction at multiple Bricks and Minifig locations in Utah before moving on to California. What destruction? Where they similarly harassed other franchise stores and employees. Oh my goodness. You guys. These people are already exhausting. I'm exhausted. Right? Erica Baker, if they are paying these lawyers so much, they need to get their dates correct at the very right? That's what I'm saying. Ugh. Yikes. At least I'm not being harassed by the mouse again. That's right. That's right. I slaughtered a whole family of them, and I don't care. Oh, so the Ristelli murder also happened in Maryburg. Ooh, interesting. All right, further unlawful activities in furtherance of the enterprise. Each of Ben and the Schneider Group's foregoing and ongoing actions is an independent episode of unlawful activity in furtherance of the enterprise and conspiracy among co-defendants with Brian, the original consignment claimant, regarding his unrelated dispute with Crystal, and potentially their attorneys. They're a conspiracy, including with their attorneys? If this was all unlawful activity of conspiracy among all these people and their attorneys, then where's the criminal conspiracy charges instead of just civil conspiracy? Doesn't make any sense to me. Maybe that'll make sense to a legal person, but not to me. It doesn't make any sense. As evidence in this record, co-defendants very carefully planned their pattern of unlawful activity, which was known and coordinated by and among Crystal, Brian, and Ben, including alternating public and legal actions. Oh my goodness. 80s. If I had Legos, I'm not selling them there. I would think about it. How about that? AZ said someone timed it. More than 30 minutes passed between the first time Ben was asked to leave, asked multiple times. He just wouldn't leave. Yeah, as I said when I watched the video, that if you are in and somebody tells you to leave, because I think in the video, Ben's like, well, what's the reason you want me to leave? And I'm like, Jesus Christ, Ben. Ben, if somebody tells you have to leave, you walk right out of there. You just go. All right. They don't have to give you a reason. You have to legally leave. All right. Otherwise, you will end up being in trouble and being the bad guy in the scenario. If anybody asks you to leave and you are on private property, turn your happiness ass around, go across the street, maybe get a megaphone. I'm just kidding. Don't do that, probably. But when somebody tells you to leave, you have to leave. So, everyone take a shot for each typo we find. Oh, man, at least we're not doing Rule 26 stuff here. Dream said, had this thought when I was away from keyboard. BAM might not want to elevate the case to federal because the judge they have right now is also the one handling Eamon McNeff's parents' divorce. That's interesting. Okay. How are those two those are two very different. Okay. Ooh, interesting. Is that not a conflict of interest? I don't know. Interesting. I didn't know his parents. that whole family. Oh my God, we have so much more to cover. The drama. I love it. Yep. Ooh. You guys always got all the tea for us. It is greatly appreciated. All right. So, upon information and belief, and thereafter, additional May 2026 communications between Brian and Ben, and presumably Crystal, including public and private exchanges in which they have discussed an ongoing strategy to harass, intimidate, and pressure BAM and its franchisees' personnel, including as evidenced in Reddit threads. Oh, not the big bad scary Reddit. Comments on publications and other social media or electronic means. So you guys are pissed. They went to the internet about it. I mean, they're not responsible for how everyone on the internet thinks and feels about it. People can come to their own conclusions, but okay. Representative images and content evidence of Crystal's engagement, both directly or indirectly, with co-defendants and Ben's campaign are set forth below. Oh my. And he's handling the Charlie Kirk trial. Wait, what? Wait, so it's the same judge is handling a divorce case, a civil lawsuit, and a murder trial? Usually, how are they doing all different kinds? That's crazy. That's weird. They usually stay in their lane. What? Or which judge, the civil judge or the criminal judge? But also, if it was the criminal judge, why would he be doing a divorce case? What is happening in Utah? Sorry, if you live in Utah, I apologize. But your shit be weird, yo. Like, what is happening there? Oh, I know. They picked a fight with nerds and about to find out. Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. They could have waived conflict. I don't know. That's wild. Okay, back focus, Llama. We'll get to it eventually. It's weird. All right. Let's see. So, May 21st. Uh-oh. YouTube video. Crystal recklessly and without proof discussing and misrepresenting a private, oh, they didn't underline that one, business dispute with BAM while speaking with Ben, and further providing Ben with security camera footage to aid Ben and Schneider Group in producing the May 21st YouTube video. First of all, what? She can talk about shit if she wants to. Also, isn't it her security camera footage? I mean, didn't she own those? I don't understand what they're complaining about, except for we don't like it because it was really bad for our case. We don't like it. So there she is talking with Ben on the video. Again, how dare somebody have an interview with what's going on in their life. And then the Ring videos, which I assume she owned and probably downloaded, they're probably hers. So I don't see what the problem is with that. Um, that video was shared with Collecting Weekly back in April 2025. Oh, so the Ring video a whole year ahead of time, and they're just now bitching about it. Interesting. We do stuff. We do stuff different here in Texas. All right. Yeah, you do. You're wild Texans. She didn't sign an NDA, did she? If not, she can talk all she wants. I mean, yeah. But also, NDAs don't protect you if something illegal went down. So I don't know. I don't know. I've not listened to anybody's public interviews with anyone. I have them all in my spreadsheet waiting for the day that we get to sit and watch interviews for like 12 hours because I want to hear what they have to say. Should they have been doing interviews? No. Do I want to listen to them because we're nosy? Yes. Yes, we very much do. So it may not have come directly from Crystal. Ben did talk with the Collecting Weekly. Okay, so Ben was on there. Interesting. The GoFundMe solicitation. Oh, also interesting. You guys don't like being solicited. Oof. As recently as this past week, Crystal set up a GoFundMe account as confirmed in her Instagram post. That's not right. Using the new viral hashtag reckless spin, among others, and stating that, so my face has gone a little bit viral, and a GoFundMe titled, They Took Our Lego Store and Life Savings. Help us fight back, which, by the way, Buff, I did add her GoFundMe to our spreadsheet because I just found it today.
Oh, cool. I'll
Just to
add
let you
that
know.
in the show notes.
Yes, please do. I don't remember what they were at, but I want to say they were at like 40 something thousand as well. We'll be making sure to put everybody's GoFundMe in all of the descriptions of these videos, and pin them when we can. There's just so many, and since we might talk about multiple different things in episode, they're all just going to be there. So, to the best of our knowledge, as we find them, they will be there. Now, upon information and belief, Crystal deceptively had not disclosed the true nature of her private, they underlined it again, dispute with two unwitting GoFundMe participants, as detailed herein. Oh. Do you mind reading this so I can go pee?
Which one?
What we're on now, the publications,
You say I
right
don't know.
there.
Okay.
Nope, I highlighted for you. That is where we are. I'll be all right there.
All right. The publications, false accusations, ongoing damages, and irreparable harm. The publications, especially the May 21st, 2026 YouTube video, repeatedly and falsely defames and accuses BAM, its corporate leadership, including Ammon and Matt, franchisee operators, store employees, and local police of theft, criminal conduct, corruption, and cover up. Specifically, the video opens by stating that a Lego collection worth approximately $200,000 was stolen and that the thief is BAM. The thief. The video further falsely states that the police are actively working with the thieves to cover up the matter. The accusations are defamatory, false, misleading, and unsupported, as the matter mischaracterized in the publications concerns a private, and that one is underlined, disputed store-level consignment inventory issue involving specific local parties, Crystal and Ben, at an independently owned and operated franchise location, Salem LLC, not an adjudicated corporate theft by BAM. No court or law enforcement finding has established that BAM stole or wrongly converted any property or participated in any police cover-up. Yet. Yet. As recorded in May 21st, 2026, in the May 21st, 2026 YouTube video, Schneider directly confronted Eamon, the CEO of BAM, falsely representing and stating, "You took the Legos," asserting that he, and I probably should pull this up on my end so that I can keep going. Because
All right, I went as fast as I could.
no, you got to push that out.
Well, I did. Okay, there we go. Sorry, I don't know where you left off here.
At the very end. That's why I was like, I need to pull that up on my end so that I can keep going.
Did you finish with police cover up?
Yeah, I'm done at the end.
Oh, at the end of the page?
Yeah.
Oh. There you go. All right. So what? Let me start.
Or at the end of the page. That yeah.
Yeah, signage and
No,
branding.
not there.
Oh.
Police cover up. but you
Oh.
didn't. That was at the bottom of what I could see.
Oh, okay. All right. I was like, okay. I thought I heard cover up, but okay. As recorded. Oh, go
Okay,
ahead. You want to read? You
No,
go right ahead. I'll stay here and drink some
no, hit
wine.
it.
Go. Oh, okay. Well, fine.
I'll read if you want, but
You go ahead and read a little bit. You read a little bit.
as recorded in the May 21st, 2026 YouTube video, Schneider directly confronted Ammon, the CEO of Band, falsely representing and stating, "You took the Legos," asserting he is lying and stating that Ammon was in on this cover up. Video evidence of this confrontation is included in Exhibit C. The video does not confine itself to commentary. It depicts and promotes repeated in-person confrontations at BAM stores and corporate offices, including visits after personnel asked Schneider to leave, police involvement, trespass warnings and or citations, covert recording, attempts to obtain employee and owner information, signage and branding, stunts, obstruction of customers, and pressure tactics intended to force Bricks and Minifigs to act outside normal legal processes. Evidence of this is included in Exhibit C.
Oh, thank you, Baba Fat, for saying police always tell me to cover up. You don't have to cover up here. You be free. We're non-judgmental around here.
It's clothing optional here.
Question, is Utah a one-party state of recording? I'm going to find out. Hold on. Side quest. Utah. Party. Oh, how did I end up in all caps? New recording. Utah is a one-party consent state. So is it really a problem then? Wait, hold on. This means that as long as you are actively participating in a conversation, you can legally record it without informing or getting permission from the other person. So, no, I don't think that's much of a problem then, but I don't know. I'm not really looking into the law right now. Maybe it's a little bit more you have to announce. I don't know. In Ohio, you don't have to. It's like, too bad. Also, it just sounds like you don't want people talking about you. You're like, don't say bad things about us. And it's like, oh, your First Amendment right to do stuff, go fuck yourself. And it's like, what? People can talk about things that happen to them. But okay. Where were you? Oh, there you are. That one.
In the video and podcast. Is it a podcast?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Do they know what they're talking about?
No. I don't think they know how the internet. I'll tell you what, they don't know how the internet works. I can't wait
Clearly.
until we read their email that they send to all the franchisees. It's so funny of like, well, we're going to be on the internet for a little while, and here's how it goes. And it's so ChatGPT fucking wrote it. It's so lame. But it's like, do you guys not know how the internet works?
I mean, sometimes the internet has a 5-minute like attention span.
True. But you know what they don't usually have a 5-minute attention span over? Police corruption and corporate corruption,
Well,
and
yeah,
Legos. Good luck.
But it's going to be headlines for everybody. And then it's going to be a small bit of people. You know what I'm saying?
That is
They were
true.
hoping.
I mean, even when I was looking at the people covering this recently, it doesn't really seem like a lot of people are covering it right now. Maybe it's because they already covered so much that happened. We're late to the party. But I was just like, really, people aren't talking more about this? But I don't know. Some of the bigger channels too, like that did cover it initially. Like, I mean, they cover all new stuff all of the time about all different sorts of subjects, where we just kind of like to focus on certain ones. We're not a channel that has to like pump out new stuff about every breaking news thing ever because we enjoy sleeping. But some do. But I mean, I was a little surprised that it's just not constantly being covered by everybody. Am I tardy to the party? Yes. A lot of the channels are waiting for the trial.
And not Utah.
For what?
Because the recording happened in Oregon, not Utah.
Well, I think they said they went into the headquarters, which is Utah.
Okay.
What's Oregon State? Man, Blossom, happy to see you. When I looked up recording in Oregon, it said it is all party for private conversations, but public conversations are generally allowed to be recorded secretly. So, like if you're in a public place, then okay. All right, interesting. How many of us have ever actually shopped at BAM anyway? I didn't
I
even
didn't
know what they
even
were.
know I had a BAM here.
No.
Like right down the street. I was like telling my husband about it. And I was like, we need to go there just to see. Didn't
Yeah.
even know that existed.
No, me either. I thought
I
it was a very clever idea. But I don't know. Uh Theresa Tum Tum. Did I say that right? I hope I did. Apologize if I didn't. Predatory business practices like telling their franchises they can hold off on certain payments, then turn around and accuse the franchise of not paying those payments. I am very excited to get more into. We're doing topics by topics, is how we've decided to cover it. So we'll eventually get to all of the inner workings of the franchisees and all of that because I have questions. You've never heard of me either. Me either. And this is all their fault. It's their fault that we're all hearing about it, quite frankly. Well, I don't know. I think it actually might be more of the American Fork Police's fault more than BAM's. They did BAM no favors by their treatment because police are held under a microscope now, especially on the internet. And that'll get things attention very quick. But then BAM goes and shoots themselves in the foot every single chance they can by making some of the worst PR decisions one can possibly make ever. But yeah, the police department has done them no favors. There's no coming back. You buy Lego directly from Target, Amazon, or Walmart whenever they have Lego on sale. Same.
I don't buy Lego.
I know you should. I'm surprised, baby Buffy. I bet he would be very into Legos. Maybe
He might.
Auntie Llama might have to send him a Lego set.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. I got a bunch
Mr.
that
Buffy's going to be like, why is this in my house? I'm going to be
It's
stepping on this shit
fun.
all day long. We already step on trucks and
No,
cars, and that hurts enough. Or
I still step on
my
Legos.
foot on ramps and stuff everywhere.
That is true, Stimson, right? Police don't ever face accountability, which is why it gets all the attention from the public and absolutely nothing will happen to the officers. True. However, what's really bad for the American Fork Police Department is that on the other side of the state, the name Michael Proctor and
The
his
country,
tags,
not the state.
country, yes. It's really shown some inner workings that people are really pissed off about. And I think that is going to really put an even bigger light onto the American oh, this shit was going on in Massachusetts. What the fuck is going on in Utah? So one can only hope. One can only hope because this is very reminiscent of all the things going on in Massachusetts because it happens everywhere. So, it happens.
Yeah, I don't think this one has a sexy murder behind it, though.
No, but Legos are sexy. Look how sexy we are as little Lego minifigures. Look at cute little Poe, our couch potato.
It's cute.
We're adorable. All right, where were we?
I have no idea. In the video and podcast, Schneider repeatedly threatens BAM, stating as an example that he will do whatever it takes and he will stop at nothing in the campaign to extort monies from and to harass, bully, threaten, and assault BAM and its personnel. See the May 21st, 2026 YouTube video, minute 640. He frames BAM's response options as either responding with the extorted payment, the easy way, or
Oh, for fuck's
continued
sake.
assault, destruction, and damages of any and all kinds, the hard way. Or continued assaults. I just went back up a line. He further threatens, and I'm not drinking. He further threatens that BAM deserves to have its life ruined. Wow. And describes plans to engage in intentionally provocative and illegal acts to force litigation or further public pressure. Minute 26. I don't think it went the way you're trying to say it did, but okay. In the publication, Schneider even goes as far as to incite and solicit BAM employees to act as undercover agents, stating he needs a Utah criminal defense lawyer and intends to take the entire corporation down.
Okay, and what about that? It's like, I'm going to get a lawyer and I'm going to take you down. Okay. People can say and do these things. I don't understand, like, their argument here. Stupid.
Is that any different than when they told, Brian that we'll just take this and make this go until you can't afford it anymore?
Exactly. You didn't see Brian being a bitch about it. Being like, I'm scared. No.
That's
Maybe
what I'm
because
saying.
he never got those humiliating rubber ducks.
These incitements and solicitations have created and continue to create a substantial risk of unlawful harm, injury, damage, disparagement, defamation, public and private nuisance, a disturbance of the peace, harassment, intimidation, unauthorized access, employee manipulation and abuse, and business interference and disruption. Though unsupported by court records, BAM publishes the false and defamatory claims that BAM lost in court and that a default judgment proves liability, stating we win by default, that he may somehow seek a default is not a final default judgment, enforceable judgment, or adjudication of theft. Further, after
they're really hung up on this part.
They really are, but I don't think it is what they think it is. Like, they really want to say he made that claim. He did not win. He's lying. Like, it's a big deal to them. Further, after Ben made these public claims, BAM discovered multiple fraudulently filed Marion County, Oregon small claims court filings against Josh, citing erroneous entities and filed by false or unrelated parties. All of these filings, made in January of 2026, were dismissed by Marion County, and a county sheriff's report was filed regarding the fraudulent filings. An additional Marion County filing was made by Ben in March 2026 and is currently pending dismissal.
Now, so just a few quick comments. Hi, Cool Comic Guy and Stimson. So while I agree in part with you guys about, that they have no incredible witnesses and this case is all bullshit, true. However, Ben has not secured himself a lawyer, and they can have the most bullshit case ever, but if you don't know how to play the game, they will win. Like, even if it's based on nothing. And that's what concerns me, is that Ben, while he may feel like, oh, everything is in my favor, all of that, that's really irrelevant when you get to court, and especially when the other side has lawyers. Because what they're going to do is they're going to overload you with paperwork. Somebody that's pro se, who doesn't know the games, what's due when, what things need to look like, and that could risk him. That's what they're banking on, is overloading him with a whole bunch of bullshit. And that is how they could win the case. And I hope that I hope that that isn't the case, but that is what they are going to try to do. Um, so I think a jury too would, for a lot of these accusations, would be like, no, I don't think so. But some of them, with a lawyer, you might, I don't know. I don't know. It makes me very concerned for him in this civil court business. I mean, civil court is a very real court. So, yes, there is enough there that a really, really good lawyer can turn things to cause suspicion, right? That's their jobs. So I don't know. I'm just concerned about him. Um, Stalking defined as intentionally or knowingly engaging in a pattern of conduct at a specific person that would cause a reasonable person to suffer significant emotional distress. Ooh, that's not what I thought the definition was. Well, that is a pretty low bar. Ugh.
Amos said she thought he did have an attorney. He has one.
Not for the civil. Mhm.
And for the criminal.
Yeah. As far as I know, and I did check again before when I got home earlier at like 6, and he didn't have a civil one yet. That's the TRO that we're waiting to hear, the evidentiary hearing for um the 30th. But that's the thing. Like these people will do their very best. They may not have nothing, but they got money and they got lawyers to fuck them over, and that's what they're going to try to do. 'Cause that's what they always try to do. So, but I agree with you guys. I'm not being a negative Nancy. I'm just being realistic. We watch trials all of the time. We literally see it happen time and time again, especially in civil court, which is really just a freaking banana court. Doesn't even make any sense to me. I hate civil
It's a
court. But anyway, huh?
bananery.
Bananery court. Yes, I hate it. It's unfair. Civil court is for people with money, and guess who don't have money? People like us. Um, so I don't know. Right. He has 2 lawyers for the criminal case. Yes. Yes. Hopefully. Hopefully. But lawyers can make things look a certain way.
I'm saying
Okay.
court doesn't always go the way you think it's gonna go.
It's true. Oh, I'm hoping for the best. I really, really am, because I feel like both the fight in civil court and the criminal court against the corporate and the police they are very important. It's bigger than Ben. Honestly, like the whole thing is bigger than Reckless Ben and who he is. All right, because these kind of things can set precedents for other people, other creators on YouTube, and etc. So I think it causes a lot of pause and concern for a lot of people, and it should. I mean, they're behemoths to go against. All right. I don't know if Ben even realizes how much money this is going to cost to fight all of these things. It's crazy. I mean, look at fucking Karen Reed. She had to spend what? How many million? Almost $2 million or something like that for 2 criminal cases built on absolutely zero fucking evidence because of corrupt police. I mean, just
Now
saying.
she'll spend more in civil court.
And now she's going to spend more millions of dollars in civil court. Yes. It's Hi. Hello. Hello, Tongue Me. I love you happy. Well, thank you. I love you happy as well. That is a very fun, sweet message. Oh. You can prove the dude is a homie of the BAM franchising. All right. Hi, Jason. Welcome. I love your little paperclip. Oh my God.
I know. I love
So
that,
funny.
that little guy
Yes.
that would pop up on your computer
Yes.
screen.
Mm-hmm. All right. Back to this. Where were we? Incitement.
And solicitation of additional and our third-party death threats. Okay. On or about May 21st, 2026, and in furtherance of the conspiracy and following publication and online amplification of Ben's false accusations through the publications. Okay, that was a lot. The co-defendants directly or indirectly solicited, incited, and or caused BAM and its associated franchises and or personnel to receive death and bomb threats. These threats have been reported to relevant local law enforcement agencies and the FBI. True and correct copies of various threats towards plaintiffs is attached as Exhibit K. These threats have been extremely concerning, and personally and collectively damaging to BAM, its franchises, and all personnel involved, prompting heightened security measures, lack of productivity, increased business and legal expenses, and significant distraction of management and operations. For example, immediately following the publications on May 21st, 2026.
Oh, you remember that too. Thank you. Oh, sorry. I didn't realize I wasn't muted. Sorry. Not so little, Llama. Just got home.
BAM received the following threatening email from fyourselves@youclowns.com stating, I got a corporate with Frenchies, and our specialty is messing your shit right up. Would be a shame if you, expletive, got a visit from one of my Frenchies owners because I think this is it Frenchies or franchise? What's a Frenchie?
Just a shame if you, got a visit from one of my Frenchies owners.
Because I just can't control what they do on the Frenchies level. Is it supposed to be franchise and they just can't spell?
I don't know.
Because this is what it sounds like. Because I can't control what they do on the franchise level. I heard they leave the place quite messy. I hope your dickhead CEO, Emin, is a strong boy. Okay, so if you're going to like send threatening messages and call people names, you should probably learn to spell. But okay.
That's true. I mean, listen, I am not surprised that they get messages like this. Everybody on the internet does.
I'll say it is the internet, but don't do that.
Don't do that. And if you're doing that, you're not helping fucking anybody. You're making things worse. But also, this has nothing to do with Ben at all. This is not Ben and company sending these. These are little fuckwagons on the internet who do this with everybody all of the time. I get it's probably, not great, but
oh my gosh,
you don't control people on the internet. Okay.
On May 21st, 2026, immediately following the publications, BAM received another threatening email from clown@fyourself.com stating, I will be emailing you guys some explosive Lego sets, super hot items about to go boom. Your CEO, Ammon, has 2 days to step down before random store is going to get fun packages. You've been warned. Expletive. Yikes.
Well, that's not great. Again, though, that has nothing to do with Ben whatsoever. But all I get is spam. No. Hello,
true
Jason.
and correct
Welcome.
copy of this email is included in Exhibit K. These threats and ongoing harassment have caused immediate and irreparable harm to plaintiffs, including plausible risk to employee safety, franchise safety, employee and customer safety, business interruption, reputational injury, guys. Increased security costs, store disruption, management distraction, and you lost me. You scrolled up too fast. My eyes can't follow it that fast. And management distraction and fear among personnel and their families.
Which also, remember, rubber duckies are humiliating. So
I know.
But no, I mean, I do understand. You don't know what's real and what's not of people sending you these things. And the internet, some people on there do set out to write horrible things to people. They just do. They're everywhere. But it doesn't matter if it was, they even listened to Ben in the first. They'll do it no matter who you are or what you're talking about or anything. Like they are not the first and only people to receive these kind of messages, and to sit there and accuse Ben and them of either doing it or because they did what they did, this happened, is egregious. Anybody that's been using the internet for the last however many fucking years, 30, 40 years, knows this. But I don't know. These are the same people that find rubber ducks humiliating, scary. So I don't know.
Oh Lord.
So I will
Dan
say
can-
that gofuckyourself.com is hilarious. Is that a real place you can get an email address at? Because if so, I want one. Llama at gofuckyourself.com. I mean, that's like perfect for me. So yes, please.
You think it's just like one of those like contact us where you could just insert your email and they just made it up.
What are you talking about, Jason? You said you've figured it out. What have you figured out? Sorry, we're very new to all of this, so I'm sorry if we don't know things. The guy's company name is Cerebral Legal AI, right? Google this, Cerebral Plastics. Oh, he's the guy who filed something recently in the civil case as like on behalf of, I don't know, I haven't read it, but I did literally just go through and redact it the other night. I was like, who the hell is this guy? But okay. You have things you notice you might be interested in. Let's all get together and talk about it. I mean, it'd be humiliating if there was like a 20-something-year-old making me look stupid in front of all my coworkers, but that's not an actionable situation. Yeah, right? Silly. That part's silly.
All right. I'm gonna need you to keep reading because I had to get little Buffy to bed. So it
Okay,
might
you
be a
go
minute
get.
before I come back.
That's fine. You will get baby Buffy to bed. All right. So BAM continues to experience ongoing serious adverse impacts, including damage from continued defamatory statements online. But they've done themselves no favors. All right. You guys have done, if not more damage to your own company than Ben did, in my opinion. I haven't even heard your interviews yet that you've done, but based on the public statements and whatnot, it's not great, guys. So there's that. Uh, Threatening communications, media inquiries. No, not the media wanting to talk to you. How dare they? Reputational damage, again, partially your problem, and substantial legal and public relations expenses. Well, whoever you've hired for PR, you either are not listening to them or they're not doing you any bit of good. So, okay. As evidence in the May 21st Patreon video and publications, I think this is about part 2 of the videos he did. Because at first it was on Patreon and then it released, what, like the 29th or something? About like a week later or something like that is when part 2 came out on YouTube. All right. So this Patreon video and publications, Ben made additional statements in pertinent part using hate speech and religious bigotry. What was the hate speech? What are you even talking about? I've just called you worse things. What hate speech did he use? And religious bigotry and inciting followers to also engage in hate speech, which many did, as evidenced by Exhibit K. What? What are you talking about? It's saying Mormon Mafia hate speech? I don't think it is. But okay. Monetary damages. And remember, defamation, you have to prove that the other person, what they're saying is like, that it's not true, that it's a lie. So so if you want to tell us that it doesn't exist, that there's no Mormon Mafia, I will listen. There's a second person that intervened in Ben's case. He is a guy that promotes AI legal software. Oh, is that what that stands for? I have strong opinions about AI and the legal world, but okay. And its company name is very similar to Cerebral Plastics. Ooh, interesting. That is very interesting. Yeah, and I saw that name. I was like, that's weird. Um, mm. Why is they getting involved? That sounds counterproductive. Like I said, I did not read the motions. We were going to read them in a couple days. I did redact them because most of the documents are not redacted, and YouTube does not like that. Yes, and everybody thinks that it's a legit filing for some constitutional issues when I think it's a BAM crony. Ooh, Jason. Tell me more. Yeah, why would you get involved in a case you're not a part of? Because I know didn't in the civil the Bam v. Schneider and them, right? Didn't Crystal and Ben file a motion to intervene for some reason? I haven't read it yet, but I saw that they did, right? Which okay. I mean, they're kind of like part of this whole they were name dropped a bazillion times already in the complaint. But then when I saw that filing, I was like, who the fuck is this guy? Where because at first I thought, oh, Ben hired a lawyer, and then it was not. It was not, he did not hire a lawyer. Um, interesting. Oh, the internet, friends, do not get involved in the courts, okay? I appreciate transparency in the courts. I believe they should all have transparency, including federal court. You don't need to give them reasons for why they don't want to stream things anymore or anything like that. Okay, not that you guys are doing any of that. What is that about? What would just give you my email like a normal person, but Google says it shut down because I have too much storage or some shit. Oh man, Google was doing that for me, and I finally just like got rid of it all. Ben didn't say any word that even sounds close to hate speech. That's what I was saying. Like, he seems like such a wholesome boy. You live in South Texas and it's only 10 p.m. Nice. We do love our Texas friends. Wow, that's wild. Okay. Same reason people think it was BAM doing the break-ins that stopped right after Josh and Brandon took over. There were break-ins at the organ store? That wasn't brought up in Ben's video. Oh my gosh, you guys. Oh, forget about it. I'm not having a life from now on. Oh my gosh. What? Sounds a little bit like mafia crime stuff to me. Interesting. That was just a joke. All right. So monetary damages alone cannot remedy bomb, death, and other threats or the risk of copycat harassment against employees, franchisees, customers, or their family members. Ben's false statements constitute defamation per se because they accuse plaintiffs of committing crimes like theft, criminal conspiracy, and fraud, which are statements actionable per se under Utah law without proof of special damages. Oh my gosh, how dare they accuse a corporation of crimes? Don't forget, they're not crimes if a corporate does it, right? Sarcasm, friends. Ben's false and defamatory statements that plaintiffs are thieves who steal from old people. They steal from everybody. Thank you very much. I'm just kidding. That was a joke. Let me clarify that because apparently these people have no fucking sense of humor or even understand when something's a bit. Were published with knowledge of their falsity or with reckless discard for their truth or falsity, because Ben knew or should have known that the underlying private dispute was a civil, oh, not a private, civil consignment matter at a single franchise location, not an adjudicated corporate theft. Right. Right. Ben's conduct is, I love how they keep using the word reckless. It's like that's part of his stage name. Why are you surprised about how reckless he is? He literally tells you with his name that he's reckless. So, okay. Ben's conduct is repeatedly and brazenly trespassing and stalking plaintiffs at plaintiffs' store locations and private residence after being reportedly warned to leave and continuing to return despite trespass warnings from multiple police departments constitutes trespass under Utah law. How come he doesn't facing charges for all of these? I'm just wondering. Ben's use of the "we steal from old people" slogan, it's technically the name of the company. It's not a slogan, but okay. Website and merchandise in connection with the BAM brand undermines, tarnishes, and damages BAM's brand as unlawfully associates the famous BAM brand with unsavory and negative qualities. The co-defendant's misconduct has presented plaintiffs in a false light before the public by portraying them as criminals, thieves, and exploiters of the elderly, which portrayal is highly offensive to a reasonable person and was made with knowledge of or reckless disregard for the falsity of this publicized manner. Oh my gosh, no, no, a corporate would never. No. How dare they? Corporations would never be criminals or thieves or exploiters of the elderly. Oh my gosh. That's wild. What are you guys saying over here? Crystal said that's why they got safes. Oh. Ooh, interesting. You guys always come with tea, and it is greatly appreciated because there is so much to this, so much. Everyone's working so hard in trying to get this story put together, which is really amazing. I'll tell you what, when the internet comes together, it can do really amazing things. Um, you must be a BAM plant. Everybody is a BAM plant. Oh my goodness, they're ridiculous. That's true. No humor furthers the allegations that they don't know how to be human. Again, right? Like, ugh, ugh. All right. So that's why she put in the Ring cameras too. Hi, Rachel. Happy to see you here again. Interesting. That's amen, cool comic guy. They have done more brand damage themselves than Ben ever could. I wholeheartedly agree with that. Because I would be very interested how their numbers and all their stuff looked over Amon's interviews. Now I haven't seen them yet, but nobody that has a mustache like that can make good choices or say good things. So I can't wait to listen to those. The co-defendant's misconduct evidences a pattern of harassment under Utah code, including following, monitoring, surveilling, threatening, or communicating to or about plaintiffs and their employees in a manner intended to frighten, intimidate, or harass. Were they monitoring people or following? You said they just showed up at stores. So, okay. The co-defendant's misconduct evidences a private and public nuisance. Ben's deceptively constructed and contrived raffle theory, asserting that Baker Salem's failure to hand over a Lego set converted the matter into a criminal offense. He specifically said a criminal crime because Ben is reckless and cute like that. Oh, well, it's a criminal crime. Requiring converted the matter into a criminal offense requiring police investigation is a fabricated and sham claim. Did they take it to the police, though? Did they? I don't think they did. This manufactured confrontation was deceptively designed to create false content and images for online viewers to generate profits, to falsely justify misleading criminal accusations, and to wrongfully invite police responses for additional content creation purposes. What did, but I don't think the police showed up for that, did they? I don't think so. I know. Right? Him showing up in his tidy whities is pretty frightening. Oh, did they mention that in here? Probably not. Think of the humanity, will you? This poor little innocent corporation who would never do anything wrong because corporations never do. Oh my gosh. Um, Plaintiffs have demanded co-defendants preserve all evidence, including specifically in Ben Schneider's possession, custody, or control relating to these matters, including all videos, raw footage, outtakes, communications, text, emails, Discord, Patreon posts, YouTube comments, analytics, phone records, call logs, police communications, and documents relating to BAM, the Lego collection dispute, threats, and the creation promotion of the videos. I mean, that's pretty typical requests for all things, right? They don't want you deleting shit or whatever. But also, are you guys doing that? Bam? Hmm? Are you? I bet they're not. All right. First cause of action, Utah RICO. Okay. Plaintiffs incorporate the foregoing allegations as though fully set forth herein. Co-defendants organized and created an enterprise within the meaning of Utah Code, whatever, as a group of individuals associated, in fact, for the common purpose of conducting the pattern of unlawful activity described herein. I will say, Ben saying, and now we need to do something illegal, not a good decision, Ben. Bad choice. Should not have done that. Should not have said that. But does this classify as RICO? No. Again, why is this civil? I'm just saying. Let's see. Where was I? Co-defendants acted intentionally, maliciously, and or with complete and reckless disregard from the law for the law, the legal rights of plaintiffs, and the consequences of their unlawful conduct throughout the course of the enterprise's activities. I mean, oh, Ben, it doesn't help that the word reckless is in your name. Co-defendants actively participated in, directed, managed, and engaged in the affairs of the enterprise, including through a pattern of unlawful activity within the meaning of Utah Code, consisting of multiple and continuous episodes, more than 3, of unlawful activity, including racketeering, profiteering, disparagement, defamation, interference, harassments, nuisance, etc., that are not isolated, but have the same or similar purposes, results, participants, victims, and methods of commission, and are interrelated by distinguishing characteristics commencing in or about December of 2024 and continuing to date. Taken together, these episodes demonstrate continuing unlawful conduct related to each other and to the purposes of the enterprise and include at least the following predicate acts. Oh boy. See, this is the part where it's just like, really? Really? This is where you start to lose people. Cool Comic Guy says so many things in this filing that have been proven false already. Remember, lying in this filing is a crime, and Ben will use that. Yes, but perjury is real hard to get any sort of charges for perjury. I mean, I agree with you. By the way, I 100% agree with you. I just, going up against somebody like this is going to be very, very difficult for him. The civil RICO is lower bar than federal. I mean, hell, I didn't even know it existed until this case. So, man says, while Ben said they needed to do something illegal, They also seem to line out what they did was actually legal. That is a very fair point. Agreed. They did say that. I do remember saying that, them saying that, yes. But if and all they have to do is write in a thing that they said this with that sign and not give any more context. And that's the points. There's two huge problems with a civil RICO case. Number one, a group of friends is not an organization. Good to know because I have a lot of besties. And number two, RICO charges mean you're having a secret meeting planning to do something. Oh, okay. It's not secret if the whole plan was to let out a YouTube video. It doesn't even fit. It's deficient on its face. Oh, and you recorded it. I mean, what dumbasses record them plotting to do all of these things together? I mean, people do. Criminals are dumb. We talk about them all the time here, but a BJC's live stream show today went over the body cam footage and took notes to make official reports of every action that was non-compliant procedure. Ooh, I can't wait to watch all of those. And also, I love BJC. I haven't got to watch much of her stuff, but I want to be besties with her. For sure. Oh my gosh. Bam's Darvo is so loud. It's pathetic. Honestly, sometimes with them, it seems like some of these accusations might just end up being confessions. That's the vibe I get from a lot of these. I'll be very honest with you. But again, I'm a little new baby to this whole case. We've only watched the videos and read part of this complaint. So what do I know? Yeah, if you have perjury, it's just hard to get in general. It most of the time, the light itself is just as rewarding to use against the person as actually charging them with a crime for the lie. Yeah, we've been covering Laura Owens, who did get perjury charges. That's how much you done fucked up when a state actually does press perjury charges on you for lying. Sorry, my earphones will shut off if there's no noise and Buffy's not here. Hold on, let me put on some music. Um, so no, I'm never gonna get through this document, Amy. It's true. um, so I don't know. The whole plan is being shared with the public. I know they're so scary. All right. Let's see. I have seen there being nothing and then people getting fucked. And that's my caution about all of this because I just watch this shit for fun and I've seen it so many times. All right, so here's their predicated acts. Co-defendants engaged in unlawful activities such as defamation, disparagement, and false light as evidenced in detail in the publications and alleged. Co-defendants engaged in theft by deception by creating, distributing, and honoring counterfeit raffle tickets and issuing gift certificates, impersonating Baker, and using BAM branding, which I did not see any of that. By impersonating UPS personnel, UPS, USPS, they keep interchanging it, which is very interesting. Religious congregation members. Are you saying that that Mormon kid was not a Mormon? Even if so, what if he wasn't a Mormon? That same, I swear to God on God, it goes all religions. So, okay. And investigators to deceptively obtain signatures and property under false pretenses. And by filing and soliciting misleading court documents, including in Marion County, Oregon, referencing erroneous and or illegitimate entities and or contrived or unrelated parties. Co-defendants engaged in theft by extortion by threatening to release damaging and doctored videos harming BAM unless BAM paid $300,000. I thought they said that's what Crystal and Benjamin did. That's not Ben. Oh, okay, whatever. By demanding $200,000 from Bam and threatening that matters would become very bad if Bam did not pay. And by framing Bam's response options as either paying extorted sums, the easy way, or continued assaults, damages, and utter destruction, the hard way, illustrated by an explosion of Bam or its franchises. Oh my God. Those threats were accompanied by statements that Schneider would do whatever it takes and stop at nothing, and that Bam deserved to have its life ruined. I mean, I don't know. Corporations want to be people so fucking bad. Welcome to the club where everybody's out to ruin your life. That's all I'm saying. Quote, an actor commits communication fraud if the actor has devised any scheme or artifice to defraud another or to obtain from another money, property, or anything of value by means of false or fraudulent pretenses, representations, promises, or material omissions, and who communicates directly or indirectly with any person by any means for the purpose of executing or concealing the scheme or artifice. What does indirectly mean? I don't know. Moot is the word of the day. He's a devout Mormon. Oh, see, they're just so gross. Okay. As I said, they're planning on winning this by overloading him with paper overload, dragging this out in civil court as long as they possibly can, costing them a lot of money so they'll shut up and go away. That is what they're hoping for, whether they have a case or not. Unfortunately, that is what they're going to do. It's unfortunate. Man Blossom, oh, thank you for the super chat. That is so kind of you. I think the unrelated parties is them trying to deny that Ben and his friends bought the sets. Oh, interesting, man. Man Blossom. Hmm. Interesting. How can you indirectly contact someone? I don't know. Maybe posting something on social media with like out without tagging somebody. I don't know, using code words. Maybe they have one of those Batman lights. I don't know. I don't know. Who knows? All right. Let's see. Where were we? As part of their enterprise, co-defendants devised a scheme to defraud BAM by orchestrating a coordinated multi-platform campaign, inter alia, of false accusations, fabricated claims, deceptive practices, and manufactured confrontations to extort money, racketeering, profiteering, and damage plaintiffs and their business interests. And back to what I said about them overwhelming Ben's side is why this fucking complaint is 95 pages long. And so far, I think they've repeated things 3 times. And the exhibits are also very long as well. Actually, a lot of the filings are already super long. And that's exactly what their plan is. That's why Ben needs a lawyer to shut him down. But yeah, no, Moot. Yeah, no. Moot was from another case that we covered during the day, the Laura Owens one. Now that lawyer loves reading Moot and it stinks. So that's just another joke from another case. Moot, he says it all the time. That and Rule 26. Oh. Co-defendants engaged in communications fraud by publishing false statements as referenced in the publications. Also, they have to prove that they're false statements, including across YouTube videos, podcast, websites, and social media, including, inter alia, their fucking favorite word, false statements that BAM steals from old people, that BAM is a criminal enterprise. Well, apparently you can just call anybody that, though. You guys did. That BAM CEO Amon took the Legos and was lying and in on this cover up, that BAM lost in court, and that an alleged but inappropriately obtained default judgment proves liability. when no court or law enforcement agency had adjudicated any such findings. Well, there's a lot of other stuff you still need to prove, but okay. An actor commits criminal simulation if, with intent to defraud another, the actor A makes or alters an object in whole or in part so that it appears to have value because of age, antiquity, rarity, source, or authorship that it does not have. Okay. B, sells, passes, or otherwise utter an object so made or altered. C, possesses an object so made or altered with intent to sell, pass, or otherwise utter it. Or D, authenticates or certifies an object so made or altered as genuine or as different from what it was. So, okay. All right. As part of their enterprise, co-defendants engaged in criminal simulation by creating, altering, and uttering fabricated objects designed to appear to have legal, official, or commercial value that they did not possess with the intent to defraud BAM, its franchises, their personal law enforcement, and the public. Okay. Co-defendants engaged in criminal simulation by I've never even heard of criminal simulation. It's like you're pretending to do crime, but you're not. It's a stupid term. So, okay. By, among other things, A, creating, distributing, and honoring fake and unauthorized raffle tickets. Okay, so now we're finally talking about what you're trying to tell us about. And issuing gift certificates, which co-defendants designed to appear to be legitimate Baker or BAM promotional materials, but which were fabricated by co-defendants to manufacture claims of criminal conduct against BAM. B, fabricating a contract document by disguising it as a delivery signature form, presenting it to a Baker employee under the false pretense that it was merely a delivery receipt, and then claiming the fabricated document created 5,000 in liquidated damages each time the employee called police, a claim Ben himself described as his get out of jail free card. If you didn't know, that was a fucking bit and not at all. Oh my God. Get out of here. Get out of here. Oh my God. Okay. Yes. Does anybody else think it's kind of odd that 6 of us know what indirect contact is saying? If you're saying me, in fairness, I've already streamed a few hours this morning and I've drank a bottle of wine, Jason. But also, hi. Hi, Rob. Hope you're doing well. Hey, Rob. Um, I just think this is silly. Prove Amon didn't know. Right. That's a lot of this. They can sit there and say it's lies, but you have to prove the defamation, which is also very hard to prove. Um, you can't obtain a default judgment. You can't obtain something that doesn't exist, or a mechanism of non action cannot be obtained by somebody. Bubba says where Bam has a leg to stand on about the stealing is that Crystal sold over half of what was in her possession, and Brian sold 20K of items on the list he was trying to get Bam to pay for. Well, I'm confused. So he did get a bunch back? Did Crystal give him a bunch back? Again, I told you, we've only watched 2 Reckless Bin videos and read this complaint. So this might be in like an interview that we just haven't got. You are hanging out with some smart chicks, Jason. We heart you. We heart you. You're a victim of bad law. I mean, we see that all of the time. All of the time. So criminal simulation is used with art and antiquity. Okay, so for like the counterfeit RAF, I see where they were going with that now. Interesting. GoldenEye 007. Oh, I used to play that all the time with my brother. They admitted they knew that contract wasn't legally enforceable. Oh. Tyler said it was a satire contract. Oh, the one that the manager lady said? Yeah. Nobody reasonably believed that was real. It's not even how it works. Okay. All right. We're never going to get through this thing, you guys. But in fairness, they just keep repeating the same things over and over again. All right. Creating fraudulent court papers and legal documents designed to appear to be official court filings for use in stage confrontations and service of process stunts. No way they were that stupid to do that. No way. Manufacturing a fake Guinness World Record award certificate for most Legos stolen by any company in the world, and having an actor impersonate a Guinness World Records representative to deliver the fraudulent award to a BAM store. Nobody thought that was real. All right, that was very clearly a bit. Are they upset that it wasn't real? Is that what they're upset about? Well, we thought it was real and it's not. Right? Like the disingenuous coronation. I mean, they're look at the lawyers for BAM. They are going to get eaten alive. Legal Minds Are Us, LLC. Oh, interesting. Okay. Welcome back, Bev.
I
E,
was listening.
creating altered and defamatory signage designed to appear to be official BAM store signage, including signs it did not. Permanently closed. We stole a family's life savings. They sued. We lost. By closing the store, we got out of having to pay the family what we owed them. Did anybody really think that was the store's sign, though? No. And F, filing fraudulent court documents with Marion County, Oregon, citing erroneous entities and filed by false or unrelated parties. Each of these fabricated objects was created with the intent to extort and defraud plaintiffs, to manufacture false claims of criminal conduct, to deter BAM and franchise personnel from exercising their legal rights, and to generate content for a co-defendant's defamatory campaign in furtherance of the enterprise. Most of it was for entertainment. And this is where I agree with a lot of people. A jury sees any of this and they're going to be like, really? Are you stupid? Are you dumb? What is it that Josh says to him on the phone? Are you stupid? Are you an idiot? I mean, nobody's reasonably going to think that those were real things. An actor commits deceptive business practices if the actor, in the course of business, A, uses or possesses for use a device for falsely determining or recording any quality or quantity, or sells, offers, or exposes for sale adulterated or mislabeled commodities. Sorry. Co-defendants engaged in deceptive business practices by, among other things. Well, so are they a business now? Okay. Oh, well, I guess Reckless Ben does have his LLC, so okay. By, among other things, A, creating and distributing counterfeit gift certificates and raffle materials bearing BAM and Baker branding, which constituted mislabeled commodities in that they falsely represented BAM and Baker as the source and sponsor of goods and services that BAM and Baker did not authorize, offer, or stand behind, which again, no, they said they were the Church of Scientology sucks, which I thought was very clever, and I enjoyed that. Now, promoting merchandise through a registered business entity called We Steal from Old People. Oh, now it's the business name, which falsely implied a connection to an endorsement by BAM and its franchise system. C, operating a trespassing booth outside BAM's store locations. But it wasn't trespassing. The cops couldn't do anything about it. So Okay. Displaying mislabeled signage and selling merchandise designed to appear connected to BAM and Baker's brand while falsely representing that they had engaged in criminal conduct. D, impersonating UPS personal religious congregation members, Guinness World Records personnel, and investigators to obtain signatures under false pretenses, which signatures were then used to fabricated documents. What? Designed to appear to have commercial or legal value. And E, creating and distributing materials falsely representing that BAM stores had permanently closed and had lost in court proceedings that were mischaracterized and or did not exist, which mislabeled statements were designed to deceive the public regarding the nature and status of BAM's business operations in furtherance of the enterprise. So, okay. All right. Well, there's that. Do you want to pick up with the next one, Jay, there, if you don't mind?
Sure.
Thank you.
An actor commits forgery if, with purpose to defraud anyone or with knowledge that the actor is facilitating a fraud to be perpetrated by anyone. The actor A alters any writing of another person without the person's authority or utters the altered writing, or B makes, completes, executes, authenticates, issues, transfers, publishes, or utters any writing so that the writing or the making, oh my God, completion, execution, authentication, issuance, transference, publication, or utterance purports to be the act of another person, whether the person is existent or non-existent, purports to be an act on behalf of another party with the authority of that party, or purports to have been executed at a time or a place or a numbered sequence other than was in fact the case, or to be a copy of an original when an original did not exist. What is this referring to? Co-defendants engaged in and solicited forgery by creating fabricated. What is this grammar? Okay, solicited forgery by fabricated a contract with store personnel purporting to deceptively obtain a waiver of trespass restrictions by filing fraudulent court documents with Marion County, Oregon, citing erroneous entities and filed by false or unrelated. I can't read that when you put the super chat or the things up.
Sorry, I forgot you're using my
Unrelated
copy.
parties, and by manufacturing fraudulent court papers and legal documents designed to appear. And that was the last of it. I can see. Yep,
To appear. Okay.
Yes. To appear to be official court filings for use in staged confrontations and service of process stunts. Each of these fabricated writings was created with the purpose to defraud BAM, to manufacture false legal claims, to deter BAM personnel from exercising their legal rights to call police, and to generate content for the co-defendants' defamatory campaign and furtherance of the enterprise. That's so aggravating. They write their stuff. Reminds me of another.
Oh my God, I bet this document costs at least $2,000. They definitely charged about $2,000, if not more, to write this 95-page complaint.
An actor commits obstruction of justice in a criminal investigation or proceeding if the actor with intent to hinder, delay, or prevent the investigation, apprehension, prosecution, conviction, or punishment of any person regarding conduct that constitutes a criminal offense. B, prevents by force, intimidation, or deception a person from performing an act that might aid in the discovery, apprehension, prosecution, conviction, or punishment of any person. C, alters, destroys, conceals, or removes an item or other thing. We're going to skip D and E and go straight to F.
Sure, why not?
Provi-
Who cares about the alphabet? Not I.
must
Or
not pertain to
The
this.
probably $2,000 you paid for this. Yikes.
Provides a person with transportation, disguise, or other means of avoiding discovery or apprehension, ... skip to J. Provides false information regarding a suspect, a witness, the conduct constituting an offense, or any other material aspect of the investigation. Utah Code. Co-defendants engaged in obstruction of justice by, among other things, directing a member of Ben's group wearing identical clothing to take Ben's place when police arrived. When Ben described on video which Ben described on video as a switcheroo, designed so that once the police find out that they caught the wrong Ben, I'm going to be super far away. Conduct
But
that
do they believe that he ran from that store to the lake in 30 seconds? Do they reasonably believe that? Get out of here. Shut up.
Conduct that constitutes providing a person with a disguise or other means of avoiding discovery or apprehension, using fabricated documents, including forged contracts and manufactured court papers, to mislead police officers about the nature and legitimacy of their activities, which conduct prevented by deception law enforcement from performing acts that might aid in the discovery, apprehension, prosecution, conviction, or punishment of co-defendants, deliberately brainwashing Baker's employees by luring them into secluded locations under
Deliberately
false
Are they
Oh my
admitting that
God.
brainwashing is like what happened here?
I think that's the implication.
Okay.
But it's just really kind of funny. Like they just
Okay.
made it sound like he lured them into a secluded location under false pretenses.
I mean, that girl did go into the woods with a bunch of new shit. No,
I mean, it
like,
was
girl, what are you
creepy 'cause
doing?
There was like a Lego like pinned to the ground and like a satanic looking ritual that would have me going,
Right.
yeah, nope, I'm out.
Oh my goodness.
All right. So staged challenges and awards in the middle of the woods and subjecting them to psychological manipulation techniques. I'm sorry. That's funny.
The irony is not lost on me,
Okay, but
considering the group of people that we're talking about. Like, oh, really?
Psychological manipulation techniques. Brick by brick, brick by brick, all over it. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
I'm
I
sorry.
didn't take it that
Did
way.
they have their special underwear on though? Did they?
Did. They all did. It was just edited out. It's in the raw footage on Ben's bedroom floor.
Ben's underwears, their special underwear they wear all the time. Right. This is what I feel like at this point. Yeah. Yeah. A simple friendship is a form of brainwashing. Well, guess what, friends? You are now all part of my cult because I consider us all besties now. Internet besties. Sorry. You're bound by law now. I brainwash you.
It's for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, okay, he subjected them, it was just one person, to psychological manipulation techniques to induce them to provide false information to law enforcement about the status of the Lego collection and Brian's reimbursement, and creating deep fake video content of Brian's likeness to manufacture false statements and evidence. Each of these acts was committed with the intent to hinder, delay, or prevent the investigation, apprehension, prosecution, conviction, or punishment of co-defendants regarding conduct that constitutes criminal offenses in furtherance of the enterprise.
How does him doing a deep fake apology video have anything to do with law enforcement at all?
I thought that was just an agreement that him and
Josh.
Yeah. What I can't. Too many players.
I know. You can just call them all fuckface. It seems to work for all of them so far. So
I mean, it's not like he submitted that to the court.
Right. Yeah. Like It was an apology in your good faith deal you tried to reach.
Yeah, that's weird.
Probably because they all thought it was real and then didn't find
They're
out
embarrassed.
that they fell for it. 'Cause
Oh,
of
you're
course they
going to
did.
pay for that. Co-defendants engaged in repeated acts of trespass, harassment, private and public nuisances, and interference to undermine, damage, and disrupt plaintiffs' business interests and personal lives in furtherance of the enterprise. Co-defendants engaged in threats and inciting threats by third parties against plaintiffs, including bomb and death threats, property damage, and personal injury in furtherance of the enterprise. The foregoing predicate acts others occurred within 5 years of each other, are not isolated, and have the same or similar purposes: to extort money from and destroy the plaintiffs. Results: harassment, defamation, interference with business operations, nuisance. Participants: Schneider, Bryan, Schneider Group, and Schneider Enterprise. Victims: plaintiffs, their employees, franchises, and families. Threats: physical harm and injury and property damage, and methods of commission: impersonation, deception, coordinated harassment campaigns, and publication of false statements and threats. Co-defendants conducted or participated directly or indirectly in the conduct of the enterprise's affairs through this pattern of unlawful activity and violation of a Utah code that I don't see all the numbers to.
Oh, all right. I can slow down. Hold on. Sorry.
It's okay.
There we go.
All right, let's see. All right. As conspiring racketeers and profiteers, co-defendants have received or will receive proceeds derived directly or indirectly from the pattern of unlawful activity described herein, including paid streaming revenue, advertising revenue, merchandise sales, subscriber fees, Patreon contributions, and other monetization of the defamatory publications and related videos, content, and harassment campaign, and have used or invested such proceeds respecting the acquisition of an interest in or the establishment or operation of the enterprise in violation of Utah code, and a bunch of numbers that I'm not going to read. Co-defendants conspired to violate another Utah code. As a direct and proximate result of co-defendants' enterprise and associated pattern of unlawful activity, plaintiffs have been injured and damaged in their persons, business, and property, including damage to reputation, which I think you guys did yourself, loss of customer relationships, which you did yourself, loss of franchise goodwill, I don't even know what that means, business interruption, lost profits, increased security costs, emotional distress. I'm sure they cried every night in their pillow. Emotional distress suffered by employees. Maybe just that one lady. What's her name? Amanda?
Oh, the manager lady.
She was very distressed. she had distress written all over her face every time we saw her on screen. Oh, Lord. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Franchises and their families and costs of defending against false accusations and responding to threats, which are ongoing in nature. I was like, going on in nature? No, my dyslexia brain did that. By reason of the foregoing misconduct, plaintiffs are entitled to an award of actual, general, consequential, incidental, and punitive damages, together with a statutory damage equal to twice the actual damages sustained pursuant to Utah code, bunch of numbers, together with the cost of suit, including reasonable attorney fees under Utah code, a bunch of numbers, pre and post judgment interest thereon, and any other relief deemed appropriate by the court, including injunctive relief, requested infra, orders requiring co-defendants to divest their interest in or control of the enterprise, and accounting and disgorgement of all proceeds obtained, and scroll down,
Hold on,
please.
Kai. I'm here. Hold on. Okay.
Sorry. Reasonable restrictions on co-defendants' future activities. Oh my gosh, these people just like to type.
Oh, see, this is
They
what I'm
say,
talking about with the overloading of bullshit.
do
Oh,
you think
God.
the judge like reads this and just
No,
goes, no, I'm
no,
done. Like, this is
no,
too much.
no way.
Plaintiffs incorporate the foregoing allegations as though fully set forth herein. Co-defendants conspired together to intentionally and maliciously promote, support, and publish false and defamatory statements of fact to third parties, including through publications to YouTube's millions of subscribers and viewers, podcast listeners, social media followers, customers, and the general public, accusing plaintiffs of committing serious crimes, including, but not limited to, theft, criminal conspiracy, fraud, elder abuse and exploitation, corruption, and obstruction of justice as herein alleged. With co-defendants' knowledge and support, Schneider and Schneider Group published these accusations intentionally and or with reckless disregard for their truth or falsity, knowing that no court or law enforcement agency had made any such findings, and that the underlying dispute was a private civil dispute between Crystal and or Salem LLC and Brian. They did so maliciously and intending to harm plaintiffs and or with reckless disregard for the devastating harm these false accusations would cause to plaintiffs' reputation, business operations, and goodwill. Co-defendants knew or should know, I guess. We need to scroll down. Did Llama fall asleep?
No,
think?
I'm here. I'm here. I promise. I didn't fall asleep.
We're going to hear her snoring.
Running back and forth. That's not true. I've never fallen on sleep or fallen on sleep. Fallen asleep on a stream yet. Only in Discord calls.
Let's see. Okay, they have known that these false and defamatory statements would be disseminated and redisseminated to a mass audience and would cause severe and lasting harm to plaintiffs' reputation, business operations, and goodwill. In furtherance of the conspiracy.
People found the story interesting. All right, I found it interesting. I don't just find
because it's so crazy.
it is crazy, exactly. Not even just from this angle, but from like numerous different angles. All right. And again, they made it a bazillion times worse for themselves. So,
in furtherance of the conspiracy and with the knowledge and support of co-defendants, Schneider falsely depicted and stated inter alia that plaintiffs stole a Lego collection worth $200,000, that plaintiffs steal from old people, that police are actively working with thieves to cover up the matter. The plaintiff's CEO was in on this cover up, and the plaintiffs operate a criminal enterprise. The statements were published repeatedly and maliciously as evidence in the publications, including in videos viewed by hundreds of thousands, podcasts, social media posts, merchandise bearing slogans such as "We steal from old people," defacing and defamatory signage posted at store locations and private residences, through a dedicated website promoting the defamatory campaign, and through in-person confrontations that were filmed and republished to maximize harm.
And going on Rachel's comment right here, because I saw that and I saved it. Eamon and Maddie's, I don't know if that's what he goes by, but that's what I'm calling him. Their dad went on Facebook and said that Eamon and Matt, his sons, stole the company from him. I don't know what all that means because I've not looked into that further, but I was like, that's some wild shit to say about your sons there who are being accused of stealing. But then he was also like sticking up for them at the same time, the lynch mob of the internet. And it's like, but you also just like accused them of stealing your company. So it's very confusing. Dream, oh, thank you for the super chat. That's so kind of you. Just want to shout out how fantastic these ladies are for having the patience and perseverance to read this whole doc and how great the chat is. Well, thank you. That's very kind. And
I'm
thank you.
sorry. I was neglecting the chat. I was into the document.
Once we go in on something, we go in like hard.
Too
Um,
hard sometimes.
yeah. I mean, the Laura Owens case, we've been covering that now for like 4.5 months, three
Yeah,
times
since
a week.
February.
And now we got to juggle that and BAM at the same time. So, but there are just some cases for couch court that we like to focus on because, I mean, there's tons of cases everywhere, but both Laura's Owens case and this one, like it could have been any of us in these predicaments. And I find that there's always stuff to learn through them. Like, no matter how many trials we've watched, which have been so many, you're still learning stuff all of the time. But also, the reason we wanted to cover this case is not just because it was like all up in the news, but the police, particularly, is a very good reason to cover it. This corporate bananery, which even though I've only like barely looked at it this much, I don't think they want the government looking too hard into them based on what I've seen thus far.
Mhm.
So I
I
feel
would.
like this story is already gigantic with all the different kinds of cases, but it is not going away anytime soon. I can assure you of that, let alone who knows what's going to come out of it for certain people, particularly the McNaffs. But what do I know? I'm just a girl with a microphone on a YouTube channel. Sometimes people respect, but most of the time not. Most of the time not.
Most of the time, not.
Check out Bam Sucks and listen to Amon tell the origin story. Oh, girl, I already got that saved on my playlist. Like I said, I spent all weekend going to like all the different places that I could find that had stuff and put like the spreadsheet's gigantic of like we're going to literally watch and look at everything. So, um, I mean, we'll see. I mean, who knows? We may change our mind. We reserve the right to change our mind as we go through things, but so far, certain things are not looking great at all. And again, like, yes, I understand this case seems like it's full of a bunch of bullshit, and it is, for sure. I just don't want to see these
Boy, have
people
we
who are.
bullshit go through the
We
courts for
have,
a
we
really long
have,
time.
and I do feel like Ben and friends were doing this for the right reasons. Maybe a little too altruistic, right? But I do feel like they were trying to do things for a good reason. Did they make it entertaining? Yeah, that's their job. No more entertaining and pulling the same cards as fucking like Dateline and shit like that. Just because they're on YouTube doesn't make them any less, professional in a sense. But also to pull these things out on Ben for making YouTube videos, you know how many other people it affects if that's the case? So I think this case has so many different ways to have attention on it. And the best thing the community can do is literally continue to put all of this out there, beg people to cover it, because people will stop covering it. They kind of already have. And that's going to take the community convincing people to keep covering it and getting it out there and getting it out there. Otherwise, the bad guys will win, unfortunately. So we had to raise them all the money. We got to get all this info there. This is the OJ case of this decade. I mean, we'll see where it goes. I don't think it's going anywhere anytime soon. So thank you. You said no, you're good. As we were paying attention to your voice, you're a very good voice lawsuit reader. Oh, well, thank you. That's so nice. Love having you guys in chat. You guys are so nice and supportive, and we really appreciate that. We don't have money. We're just two chicks with some microphones, and this is what we can do to contribute to all of this story here. So, all right, where were we? We won't be able to get through this whole thing. I don't know what I was thinking. I got like, I don't know, maybe 15 more minutes.
The foregoing statements are false. The matter deceptively referenced in Ben's publications relate to an unrelated, private, disputed store level consignment, inventory, legal dispute involving specific local parties at an independently owned and operated franchise location, not an adjudicated corporate theft by BAM as misrepresented by co-defendants. No court or law enforcement finding evidences that plaintiffs stole or converted any property or participated in any police cover-up. Yet. Co-defendants start, my opinion. Yet.
Oh, I can't wait for that one. I'll tell you what.
Co-defendants' false statements constitute defamation per se under Utah law because they unambiguously accuse plaintiffs of committing serious crimes, including theft.
But here they are also accusing them of serious crimes that they didn't get any charges for. I mean, I don't know. Civil RICO sounds pretty fucking serious to me. But okay.
I feel like anytime I hear the word RICO, it sounds serious. I'm like, can you scroll?
Yes.
Please and thank you.
Sorry, I was distracted reading chat.
I know. I can tell. You squirreled.
I did.
Including theft, criminal conspiracy, fraud, corruption, and elder exploitation, which are statements actionable per se without proof of special damages. See Jacob v. Bezant, 2009.
Bezant. That's funny.
All right.
Bezant.
Stating that statements that are defamation per se have been required to be false and allege criminal conduct on the part of the plaintiff. The accusations of theft and elder exploitation are particularly egregious because they impute moral turpitude and criminal intent to plaintiffs, impugn plaintiffs' fitness for their profession and trade.
Okay.
And are the type of statements that would naturally and proximately cause pecuniary harm to plaintiffs and their business.
Oh, they're using all the fancy words all of a sudden, aren't they?
They went
Look
to
at
the
them.
thesaurus. Co-defendants made these false statements knowing they were false or with reckless disregard for their truth or falsity. Schneider and Schneider Group knew, or should have known, that the underlying dispute was a private civil dispute regarding an alleged consignment matter at a single franchise location, not an adjudicated corporate theft, and that no court or law enforcement agency had found plaintiffs liable for theft, fraud, or any criminal conduct. Yet,
I was going to say, does anybody feel any like foreshadowing coming on? Because I do. I really, really, really do. There's no way these guys are clean, in my opinion. I will.
You think the lady doth protest too loudly.
Right? Exactly. Every accusation's a confession sometimes.
Despite this knowledge, co-defendants deliberately and repeatedly characterize plaintiffs as thieves and criminals to inflame public opinion, generate views and revenue, and more concerning, to shake down and extort improper payments from plaintiffs.
Shakedown.
It's a shakedown. Co-defendants' malice and or reckless disregard of the truth is further evidenced by Schneider's admissions to engaging in illegal activities, whereby he would do whatever it takes and stop at nothing. That matters would go the hard way
Oh
if
my God.
plaintiffs did not capitulate to the extortionistic demands, and that plaintiffs deserve to have their life ruined.
They are so hung up on that.
By reason of the foregoing misconduct, plaintiffs have been severely damaged by co-defendants, including respecting plaintiffs' reputations, business operations, and their goodwill, Llama.
Their goodwill. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Plaintiffs are therefore entitled to an award of actual, general, consequential, incidental, and punitive damages, including but not limited to lost profits and revenue, loss of customer relationships, loss of franchise relationships and goodwill, business interruption and operational disruption, increased security costs necessitated by threats resulting from co-defendants' conduct, costs of responding to death threats and bomb threats, reputational harm requiring significant public relations expenditures. Okay.
You need to get your
Management.
money back, homie. Okay, because y'all are not doing a good job. I don't know who you've hired, but don't.
Emotional distress suffered by employees, franchisees, and their families, and legal costs and attorney's fees and other damages. These damages are in an amount not less than $250,000, together with pre and post judgment interest thereon, plus all statutory and punitive damages in an amount sufficient to punish the co-defendants and deter similar conduct, attorney's fees, and costs.
$250,000. Really? That's it? It's gonna
I
be a
was
lot
about
more
to
than
say
that,
that all of that just added up to
right?
250.
Mm.
That's
All right. Well, I think that that's where we're gonna pause. We're so close. We got 25 just for the complaint. Again, if you're exhausted reading this, replying back to this complaint is even more exhausting. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. This is what they're going to do every step of the way. All caused by
yeah,
Ben.
like
Again.
we were going over in the other case we're covering how much reviewing every motion by the attorneys cost the defendant or the respondent. Every time the plaintiff filed a really ridiculous motion, I cannot even begin to imagine how much it costs the attorneys to read this. Like if if you had an attorney, what that would cost.
Oh, yeah. And these guys are very expensive, right? The ones filing this, they're at least probably what, $500-$600 an hour each, probably, at least. And this document costs at least $2,000 minimum just for the complaint. That's not including all the exhibits that go along with that as well. Rachel says the law firm BAM has is incredibly expensive. Sure are.
Yeah.
Sure are. And when you get like,
if you had an attorney reading this, like if Ben's attorney got a hold of this, how much it was going to cost Ben just for them to read this, and then to respond to every point made in that alone is going to set him back so much. Like what one of those days that I think Clayton had, it was like a $12,000 day.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous.
It was crazy. It's absolutely crazy. And, with big law firms, they're paper pushers. I mean, that's just a fact. Sorry if you work for one, but you know what you guys do. All right. Big law firms are paper pushers because that's where the money is. You get a charge for every email, reading, writing, all of it. And I'm not saying they shouldn't get paid, but like this is going to be their tactic against Ben and friends because they know that they don't have expendable money. All right. And I don't even think that they can fathom how much money the internet can actually raise for these guys. I think they're just hoping everybody tires out. And I hope that's not the case. But they are going to overwhelm with bullshit like this because most of this is repetitive bullshit. This did not need to be 95 pages.
But the problem I see with that is like
maybe 50.
I know we've done fundraiser streams for people and stuff and there was other ones for the other guy that was involved in that other suit. But there's so many people in this. Like you've got Ben, and then you got 14 does or 15 does.
15.
Plus you got Ben and Brian. Was it Ben and Crystal? And then Brian, he's in it too.
Oh yeah.
And that is like a bunch of people even to crowdsource. So even if the internet does give a lot of money, they're still going to it's not going to be enough because you're sourcing for like 20 people.
And that's just for this case. That's not the other cases.
I know.
By the time this is all said and done, this will be millions of dollars spent.
That's crazy.
For everybody. And it's absolutely crazy. Join us next time for the Real Housewives of Bricks and Minifigs. Oh my gosh, I wish. Um, Man says it would be funny if Ben just provides all the evidence that none of the fraud they cite was fraud and let them just foot all the costs and only files a countersuit that they cannot defend against. Oh gosh, I don't know. I don't know what Ben's gonna do. Ben has me freaking out for him. My little mom heart is just like, no, what are you doing? Don't walk into the lion's den, sir. Again, even if you think these people are dumb, this is their tactic. It doesn't matter. Listen, we have been covering if you don't know the Laura Owens case, you want to talk about another crazy, crazy case that covers so many different things. She took these three men to court based on lies. All right. She went pro se for a lot of it in civil court. All right. She was not some law firm that knows how to play all the rules. Between those three men, they have racked up almost $700,000 in legal bills trying to fight this woman who now has 14 felonies for lying, for perjury, tampering with evidence, fraud, all of that because a civil court recommended her to the prosecutors. But $700,000 that just one crazy ass woman in Arizona managed to make happen. Now, a corporate ish business law firm like this, oh, that's a drop in the bucket for what this is going to cost all of these people. And that's so unfortunate because, like I said, I do think that there was good trying to be done. Do I think that they've made some not great choices that they're probably going to have to pay consequences for? Yeah. I mean, yeah. But we'll see. We will see. I am keeping my
I hope
hope
he's
up.
able to fight it, but this looks like quite the uphill battle. And I
It's a
don't
David and
know.
Goliath situation here.
And that's what I told you when I was trying to convince you to watch the videos and get into this case. I'm like, it's a David and Goliath thing. You're going up
Yeah,
against. But I like really thinking about it. I just, mm, mm.
I know.
I want them to go for it, but I don't know if this is going to be something that's.
Oh, I'm all for them all going for it. I really do think they
Yeah, but
should, not just because I want to see it, but
it takes money to play the game, and if you don't have it,
hmm
it's
And these
really.
McNeffs, I don't know much about them, but they do seem like they have money. So I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen on Tuesday, but whatever.
I
We're
don't.
here for it.
Tuesday's
Either
just the
way.
what TRO, right?
Yeah, the TRO evidentiary hearing, but that's like a really big hearing. Like
Oh no, I agree. I'm not saying that, but
he
that's
has
just
a
one of many.
one of many, yeah. But this one is very, very important. And then he has on Wednesday, he has his Utah, criminal pretrial hearing. That's literally nothing. That's not going to amount to no. Everybody's going to be very dissatisfied from that hearing because it's too early for that kind of
Yeah,
stuff. But I hope we find out how much BAM is actually paying. A lot of money, I can tell you that. A whole lot of money. They had to put down quite the retainer, I am sure, for this group. Probably at least $20,000 minimum. I think I'm lowballing it, to be quite honest with you.
we have a celebrity in the chat.
The last relic. Hi. Oh, people have been, you were here last time and I didn't even know, and I apologize in case I didn't say hi. But people have been telling us to talk to you. So we should do that sometime soon for sure to talk about you and your story. If you're allowed to, are you allowed to talk about it? People said yes, but just because people say that doesn't mean that's true. Either way, if you're interested, email me at Tara, Tara at tcwtmedia.com because we would absolutely love to talk to you and your story. Because so if you don't know, the Last Relic was a franchisee of a Bricks and Minifigs in Florida. I hope that I got that right. That'd be embarrassing if I didn't. And they've talked about it a bit and their experience with all of that. But people have told me to get into contact with you, so I wouldn't mind. You were on his live last night before this. He is an interesting person. Well, I like talking to interesting people. Salmon Raider is his name. I'm going to give you the title of a YouTube video from 4 years ago. It's the first one I saw of him. Well, yeah, that's who Sheldon and friends hired for the cop one, the lawsuit that they want to do against AFPD, which I think is fantastic. I'm so glad they got a lawyer to do that because, quite frankly, it is. What is this? What are you saying? The civil rights lawyer is going to bat for Ben Bam and the. No. Are you serious? Is the civil rights lawyer going to be a lawyer for Ben? Oh,
I have no idea.
that's interesting. Hmm. Oh, thank you. That's so kind of you. Says, what's up, guys? It's fine. Loving your guys' stream. And sure, I'll tell you my story, no problem. I can talk tonight if you want or whenever. Regardless, I've been enjoying your streams. Well, thank you. That's so kind. No, I'm done for tonight. It's late for us. We don't generally do night streams, and it's midnight my time. But yeah, just reach out to my email and we will definitely get together and talk very, very soon. We would love to do that with you. And hear what you have to say, regardless. So, um, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, the civil lawyer is not Ben's lawyer. He has his own. But what about for the civil case? I don't know. Oh, he got him set up with good lawyers. Oh, his criminal ones? I hope so. I have not looked into his criminal lawyers he got, but they all just need a whole team of
He just needs
lawyers.
civil 30s right now.
Yeah. I would be much more concerned about this TRO
I am.
hearing.
I mean, I know they're
So,
like criminal charges always sound scarier, but I don't know. I'd be more scared of these civil charges.
oh, what's my email?
Or
Here
this
you go. That's my email right there. Tara, Tara at tcwtmedia.com. Also, anybody else, if you have anything that you want to send me, not your dick pics, I don't care. But if you want to send me any documents or videos that you think Buffy and I need to add to our spreadsheet, because wow, I spent a lot of the weekend going through and finding stuff. I am sure I missed a lot. Or if there's interviews that you think, don't just assume I have it on my spreadsheet. So you can also email those to me if you want, and we'll add them and get to them when we can. Now, tomorrow, I will be covering the rest of this. I don't know are you joining Buff or not? Well, maybe. But
Maybe.
1:30 Eastern, we'll finish up the complaint and we'll go through the exhibits that are a part of this complaint. I can't wait till we can move on from this already. I'm just tired of them.
She's like, I'm over the complaint.
I'm so over it, So, all right, friends. Well, listen, that's all we got for you tonight. All right. These two old ladies have to go to bed. All right. We're
Hey,
not
speak for
spring
yourself.
chickens. We're not spring chickens. You are way past your bedtime.
I'm an 8:30 in bed kind of girl.
I know.
Way past my bedtime.
I know. You party animal. All right, friends. Well, thank you so much for being with us tonight. Chat, thank you so much for all the fun we've had together. You guys are so important, yes, but also informative. And I very much enjoyed seeing the conversation. Look at that. Say cheese is yelling at me. Rest your voice, Llama. Gosh. No, just kidding. All right, friends. We'll see you tomorrow, 1:30 p.m. Eastern, for the rest of this complaint and exhibits, and then we will see what happens from there. But until next time, friends, go forth and be amazing. All right? All right. Bye, friends.